welcome back to Nat19. Come in, what? Say. Oh, jeez. Oh, goodness.
So I'm pretty sure the honeymoon period is off for the Vestige campaign.
We've become a tad too comfortable. Okie dokie.
You're welcome.
All right. Jumping right into it. Let's see who can give a very, very short... Oh, wait, hold on. Where's the thing? Where to go? There it is. Let's see who can give a very short recap of what happened yesterday. I'm going to... before...
Yesterday.
Last time. Yesterday, for anybody watching. Yesterday! We went Saturday and then Saturday!
I can give you a recap what happened yesterday.
Oh,
Just
no.
not for
Yeah,
this game.
Oh,
I
no.
got given a gross shield is what happened. I'm kidding.
I rolled a 6, but there is no 6 because Fenris isn't here, so I'm going to have to roll again.
You do it. Someone be
5.
Fenris and do it.
You know what? Someone who hasn't done it in a while, / at all. Lexi, game timer's on. What happened last time?
No, I had to do it for yesterday's game. Please don't make me do it. Come on. No.
Come
No.
on. Come on.
I don't want to.
Do it.
No.
You're on the timer.
I don't want to.
No,
Fuck.
I can do it for Fenris.
Do it for Fenris, yeah.
I can do my Fenris impression.
You're
Do
not
it.
Fenris today.
Aw.
I
All
want him
right,
to do his Fenris
Heckin. All right,
impression.
then Aristo. What happened last time?
Damn it.
All right. Okay. So we left the fort after the zombie attack. We made it into town. Got into the Platinum District thanks to the invitation. But we had to be escorted over to Edrigan's building. Talked to him. Asked a little bit more about the about the letter that Kyverium got. Turns out that it was someone disguised as Aristo who came in and dictated the letter.
Disguised as Aristo. Sure, Aristo.
Mm-hmm.
You can't prove anything. You were all with me the whole time.
Were we?
Surely, yes.
Even I am suspicious.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like,
Damn it, beat me to it. Fucking. All right. Edrigan called out to the bag of holding, and everyone proceeded to call out Aristo on that. Lexi accidentally outed that she was Cassandria, but that'll probably be okay. The group defended her honor.
no consequences for that.
Yeah, that'll be okay. Went to go and sell a lot of like the jewels and stuff. I think Miriam went off and kind of took care of that. And I think that's most of what happened.
You didn't mention turkey.
Right. I'm sorry. Yes, they we had to leave Jerky behind, but yeah, he's probably fine. He's probably maybe.
Also, you didn't mention the deer birds.
That's true.
Right, the deer,
I mean-
the fucking phoenix deer.
It's fine. They're just delicious.
They were weirdly hard to kill and delicious.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the
Hooray,
thing.
does he get an inspiration?
Sounds like a big game advertised. Weirdly hard to kill, but delicious.
So, Heckin,
Hell yeah.
real quick, pop quiz at the end, and what are you going to do right now?
Like immediately?
What is your current plan of action? Also, you did miss some stuff at the end.
Ah, crap. I'm sorry.
It's real hard, man.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
These aren't for every detail. I would have accepted not mentioning the birds.
We're chasing after Kyverium, who was led off by the letter to some place in an inn in kind of this podunk town. There's also a place on the way by where a delivery's gone missing that we could possibly stop by. In the meantime, we're going to go pick up the reward for the last quest. Our benefactor is far too nice, and then we're going to use that to purchase whatever equipment we need to get before we head out. And
Yeah.
Yes, that.
And,
maybe
what,
talk
Yeah.
to Lyra.
and what else did you
What he said.
do, Aaron?
I touched a shiny rock,
There you go.
and it was shinier.
Yeah.
I have in my notes, just like, Miriam sold all the gems and met a racist lady. Then quit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, way nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about. She was really nice.
Oh my god.
Also in my notes.
There's a conversation to be had about in universe if tieflings should be considered a race or an affliction.
Yeah.
All
Jesus.
tieflings are humans.
Also,
There's no like
also-
half-elf tieflings
Yep.
unless you have homebrew.
also in my notes, I didn't catch the city that the name of the city that Kyverium went to. So it's like fucking Aristo asked Diane to write a letter to Kyverium to go to parentheses city where
Ridgement.
Oh.
yes, that's what I. That's
All
yeah.
right, everyone. Let's prepare for our journey to the west.
I swear to God.
I'm just tying up.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, get out of here.
Tying up my hair real quick.
How do you spell Richmond?
I put it in the chat.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Ba-ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. I'm going to go ahead and put this onto here, and then I'm going to hit the button for the Fantasy Grounds capture. Boof. Alrighty, in that case, I release you all upon the world. What would...
Someone's
Well.
phone is going off.
What is...
Don't worry about it.
I pressed the Fantasy Ground capture button, and that started. And I was just like, what did I tell my Stream Deck to do? Yes,
Oh, shit,
Carrie.
Logan, your stream doc called me.
Yes, Carrie.
Does he get an inspiration or no?
No.
Oh, you bitch. Oh my god.
How dare you?
I understand.
Oh no.
I mean, the inspiration's not a consolation prize. I gotta get strict about these things.
Oh, fuck. I don't want to play under those rules.
It's stressful, man. I forget too much.
Alrighty. So,
Also, I have the bag of holding.
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
okay.
it! We were talking about that, and I'd forgotten who had
Yeah,
it!
we thought Miriam had
I
it.
have it in
Fuck.
my note that I have the bag of
Okay,
holding.
you got the bag
Yeah,
of
as soon as
holding.
he said he put that down, he said, I pick up the bag.
Okay, good.
Fuck, all right.
Alright, anyways.
Station,
Of course
like
I
a
know.
butthole.
I'm not gonna
Alright.
just pass up the chance to have a bag of holding.
Alrighty. Anyways,
On
so,
a party.
So-
Fucking.
You were gonna say David. Just that I fucking felt it. I'm sorry. Look, no.
no, continue.
I'm done. Thank you, sir.
You guys are outside the Platinum District. You had gone to the Gilded Edge, which was the name of that jewel shop. The last thing that you guys had decided you wanted to do was to return to the Dagger to pick up the official version of that the mission that you'd been told by Diane, the one that you guys could do on the way, and also Edrigan had you guys written a slip that basically says they completed the mission that Kyverian and I set out, so you can give them the reward money, which he recommended using for supplies for the upcoming trip. Is that what you guys still intend to do, or are there other things that you want to come back to before doing that? It is currently coming up on about 9 p.m. in-game.
Oh, damn.
The sun is going down at this point. It's the time of year where the days are particularly long.
While they were in the jewel shop, I wanted to talk to Vogan outside.
Unacceptable. I'll have none of it.
Because they were both outside.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away.
Being boys.
Just like walk up beside Vogan. I do so apologize for earlier, but I have to say I thought we were in this together, Vogan.
Oh. Looks at him. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if we're going to be traveling together and helping each other out, keeping each other's secrets, kind of thought, might do well to not try and out mine.
Sure, I'll keep your secrets. As long as you're not, holding them from the rest of the party, I feel like
I
the
mean,
bag of
by
holding thing was a
definition,
bit more important. I feel like the bag of holding was a bit more important of a secret to out you out about. The identity thing, I don't care for. You can keep your identity. The bag of holding, though, I feel like the rest of the party should know.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. But you're treading thin ice, Vogan. And I think you might care a little bit more about keeping your identity secret than I do.
I step up, get right in your face. Are you threatening me, little man?
I think we all just had the same visual.
Tiny little Vogan, like looking up at Aristo.
I'm so happy.
He knows. He knows.
Who knows?
No, nothing so crass as a threat. Just merely letting you know what's at stake. I want to work together, Vogan. I don't wish for there to be any animosity between us. I meant it when I said I apologize for the bag. It was a miscalculation.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. I accept your apology. Now,
All right.
keep your identity a secret. As long as you
And
don't pull
I-
anything like this again.
Honestly, I probably won't. Unless, it's really worth my while. You all are proving to be very valuable allies, and I'd like to see where this goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kick his ass,
It's
Bogan.
been nice working with you, detective. I'll go back to just leaning up against the wall.
You've all proven to be very valuable allies. Yeah. Yeah. Takes out sword, runs him into a wall with it, like through him. Too valuable. Anyways, you're returning to the group then? Or
We were just waiting for them to come out.
okay, so you
Yeah,
guys
we're
wait
just
for them
waiting
because
for
they
them.
they eventually come
Yeah.
out after dealing with Vorticia, and the selling of the things. Everybody, before the end of last game, you split up the money, right? So you all know how much you were supposed to have. I believe you all marked it down.
I'll double check.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. Again, so it's on you guys. You would be in the middle of the common district. Well, not the middle. You'd be on the edge of the platinum district in the common area, within eyeshot of the gate to the platinum district. What would you guys like to do?
All right, highest standard. It's getting late. Are we planning on leaving out tonight, or are we gonna wait? Where you go, Fenris? Oh, okay. Fenris is gonna go do something. All right, so
The Fenris does not leave at this time. But thank you for trying to give me an out.
She just
we
wanders off, and we're like, well, I guess she's gone. Like, what?
We must move on with our lives.
are we planning on?
Wait, Elf,
we-
come back! I need you!
Oh my
We're
god.
planning on moving out tonight, or are we gonna take a bit of a rest at the back at the guild hall for the night?
I mean, I'd like to rest. I also really need to get some stuff from my crossbow. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do.
I think we all could find some way to lighten our new load.
Don't make things easy for me.
What are you referring to? Anyway. Well, do like shops seem to be closing up at this point?
It's hit or miss. Some of them are, some of them aren't. The open like kiosks and whatnot that exist in the middle of the Golden Gleam Bazaar, those would definitely be packing it up because nobody wants to have a stand open in the middle of the night. Some shops and taverns, well, obviously taverns, but some shops are remaining open. You see the light of some places remain on, but by the time you guys get to like 10, most things will have closed unless they're part of the nightlife here.
I will say we should probably make our first stop back at the guild so that we can
Collect a reward.
It's
Collect
okay,
a
big guy.
reward, yeah.
It's okay.
Are
Let
you
it out.
okay?
He like puts his hand like the arm up against the wall like
What's wrong?
we didn't do anything. We don't deserve this money.
mean,
but
I'll
we
take
need
it. You don't.
I mean,
But we
yeah.
need it. So I'll swallow my pride for now.
We still.
Is your pride making you sick?
It does
Sometimes.
quite often, actually.
Fenris perks up as you guys begin discussing going back to the dagger. There are some things that I want to try to deal with. I'd like to see to them in town, and I may have to take my leave of the lot of you tomorrow. But I would like
What?
to collect my share of the reward.
Do you
There's-
not want us to make our way tomorrow?
No, I think that you should hurry. There's just some things in town that I want to see to, and I'd like to assist Lyra if I could. But I'll catch up with you as soon as I can.
Wait, Fenris, you're not coming with us?
I'll catch up soon. I wish to speak more with Lyra about her connection to the angels that she talked about from her dreams.
Suspicious. I'm kidding.
Yeah, okay.
I say we drop everything and follow Fenris.
I agree.
Like a rollicking good time.
Uh-huh.
All right, and that's stream. Goodbye, everybody.
What, did
But
we,
just,
did
did
we
you just get a
misread that?
nosebleed too? That was so strange.
That sounds like a plot hook if I've ever heard one.
I also think
I feel like we could make our way there and back, hopefully pretty soon. So
also, with what we just learned from Edrigan, I'd like to speak with Lyra and pass on the information regarding there
Get her
being
up to
someone
speed.
impersonating us.
I mean, that makes sense, but I want you to come with us. I don't want to be away from you, Fenris.
I'm very sorry. I'm sure you can handle yourself, though. But don't get into any trouble
I'm
because you're supposed to be under my watch, after all.
Yeah. You're gonna, like, be here when we come back, right?
Oh, I plan to catch up with you as soon as I can. I'll probably catch up with you on the way,
Okay, you better. 'cause I don't
depending on
wanna
how
have to
busy I
look
get
for
in
two of my
town and
best
how many
friends,
sets I
okay?
have to strike.
Okay, but you better, because I'm not looking for two of my best friends. You better catch up, okay?
I absolutely will.
Oh, okay.
she shows up next. Iris just appears on some rocket boots.
You're right, yeah. What the fuck? Hugs, Fenris.
Oh, big hug. She's not leaving right now, though.
I know, but she's still sad at the
Yeah.
prospect of her leaving, so she's hugging her.
Can we go on walkies tonight,
And
Fenris?
she just whispers
Who's
in
gonna
your
walk me,
she
Fenris?
just whispers in your ears. You're hugging. Besides, somebody has to keep an eye on them. A few of them may not be trustworthy given what we just learned.
Yeah,
So keep an eye on the warlock, okay?
I know. I was gonna.
The warlock.
Yeah, he
Shit,
uses
they're on
Eldritch
me.
Blast. Fucking. So
Fucking gotta watch
Lots
that
of
warlock.
people use Eldritch Blast. This is profile.
Yeah, it's only a warlock only spell.
Hey guys,
Unless
I
you
took
take
this.
a feat.
Hey guys, I found this book called Magical Initiate. Now I can shoot this beam.
and if he ever explains that, she may reconsider, but her base assumption, as far as I'm concerned, is you're a warlock.
No, you're being ridiculous and unreasonable. Standpoint.
You don't see someone use Druidcraft and go like, oh shit, that's a wizard that spent copious amounts of time in the forest and went out of their way to learn Druidcraft.
Oh my god!
This is the most logical explanation. Oh.
Anyways, she whispers that quiet enough for the others not to hear.
Let's make our way back to the guild as quickly as we can, if we plan to spend any of this gold before the night is over.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You guys.
And then we do.
You,
And then we do that.
And then
Level
later,
real
at the
attack.
following place. And then you guys arrive at the Dragging Dagger. It's by this point, it would have been another half an hour would have passed. So you're coming up on like 11. Oh, I have hiccups. Wonderful. As you come in, again, you see the same, the secretary or the guy that works out front that's normally theirs. Not there currently, but the place is open. You see that there are lights on inside. Again, nobody appears to be in the common area. You would imagine they're all either off adventuring or they are asleep upstairs. You do see a light appears to be on from the room the office where you met Journey previously.
I'll take the thing to them, and could you guys look into those quests that that he had mentioned before about going off to this place?
Should just be on the bounty board.
Oh.
I don't know where that is.
Right over here.
Oh!
In the main room, standing directly in front of it.
That's what that is!
What did you think that was?
I thought that's where we put all of the coupons.
Oh.
For people trying to advertise the best places in the city that you have to try.
Of course. That makes sense.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look around for a thing that's specific one to snatch it up.
You see there are a variety of bulletins that are on the board. Some are people worrying. A lot of them, as you read them, especially you, Miriam, you see that a lot of them are people being superstitious or being like, I have an infestation of slightly above average sized rats. Can someone deal with it for a gold? You manage to sort your way through a myriad of not terribly important or eye-catching ones, and you see that one that is has writing on the top that ranks it as a D rank. You guys had remembered when you were here last time, there's 2 categories. There's platinum bulletins and regular ones. Platinum requires a group. This one is not. This one is a single person one. It is a D rank one. Looking at it, the payment for it is marked unpaid metal delivery. You can see that it is worth 160 gold pieces if it's completed. And they said there's a addendum that there's an extra 100 gold in it if the courier who was sent is brought back to explain himself since he's gone missing. Taking that, I'm going to just throw that quest into the... I'm going to just make it public for you guys. One sec. Poof.
Hell yeah.
I see it.
Yep, you can read the information from the client. You guys see that it was filed directly by Diane. And the thing that's in the quest log contains details about it. There's a letter on the bottom regarding Diane talking. It's what she sent in originally that explains the full extent of it. Beyond that, what would you like to do, having grabbed that?
I'll just take it with us. That's where we're going in.
Are there any other ones around that call for that place, Ridgemont?
You do not see any. Quick inspection shows that most of them have to do with with Summergrass and the directly surrounding areas. It doesn't appear there's any that extend out as far as there.
Then let's go take this one over to wherever we need to. He just looks at the papers. At this point, he's just like, I shouldn't be in charge of this. He hands it to Miriam.
Come on, big guy.
I shouldn't be in charge of this. Just hands it over.
You guys all walk over, at least into the doorway of Journey's office, which he currently has open. You see the very large, intimidating-looking Warforged, this man made of metal with glowing lines and bits in his body, is just very calmly sitting, seeming just writing with a tone that contradicts his large, seemingly war-focused nature. When how do you guys choose to enter? Are you just barging in? Are you knocking? What are you doing?
Leaning in.
I'm gonna wait outside. Just go. I can do this.
The moment he hears a knock, his hand immediately stops moving as he's writing on a piece of paper, and you just hear him be like, "Come in."
Hey, Journey.
Hi.
Hey, you doing?
Hi.
Big apathetic armor.
Working.
Same. Well, we're here to work.
Did you manage to solve the issue with the bandits?
To our employer's satisfaction, at least. Here's a letter of completion for you. And we were interested in taking on this unpaid metal delivery task that we saw on the board as well.
He takes the letter, opens it for a second, seems to read it absurdly fast, puts it down, takes out a stamp, puts a stamp on it as if just to mark that he's seen it as well. Do you want this back, or do you mind if I keep it?
Yeah, for your records.
All right. I can get you the reward money for it. Can you wait until tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I think we'll be staying the night. Are there any rooms available here this evening, or are they filled up?
Most of our adventuring parties are currently not in, so anything that's on the top floor is yours for the taking. I don't think anybody's up there right now.
Perfect.
And as for this, he hands the bulletin back to you. Keep it. We'll replace it on the board. Thanks for telling me.
Alrighty. I'll fold that up and put it in one of my pockets.
Took you guys a while.
Yeah, there were some complications.
Well, if you're heading out to Ridgemont, make sure that you're well prepared. Have you acquainted yourselves with the city?
Ridgemont? No.
Well, Summergrass. Do you know where to go if you need any supplies?
Also no. We've did the quick tour before we left last time, but we were only in for the day or so.
I see.
Taylor!
Is he okay?
No.
He's feeling a little bit sick.
I see. If you need any armor or anything made, I can refer you to a rather eccentric blacksmith that we tend to send our people to. Since you've apparently got some money coming in and your weapons all look common. Is there anything
stank?
Is there anything else that you need?
No, I think that'll do us just fine. Is there any potion brewers or anyone that you know of in the city? I know that's rarer in these parts.
Currently operating? Yeah, I can recommend you to an apothecary.
I think that'd be perfect. Those will be the two things we're going to be focusing on as we head out. Food.
Taylor!
We've met somebody.
Apologies that I can't give you the apologies that I can't give you the gold immediately. For a sum this large, I have to go off-site to retrieve it.
Oh yes, no, I can't imagine you keep that much on in here. Invite more trouble than I think it's worth. Maybe an order request. Do you know anyone who's able to work with fabrics? We had a large flag get destroyed on the way, and I think big guy here wants to get a new one.
Yeah, I could recommend you to, there's any number of tailors. Fine clothes are something that this city deals quite frequently in.
Perfect.
Given the implied status of our merchant lords. There's a lot of people that like to keep people looking official. But yeah, he takes out what effectively amounts to a couple of flyers that have rudimentary directions on them and hands them to you. One of them directs you to a unnamed tailor who appears to have a shop that is effectively just their home that they work out of. The other, there is a name. It is scratched out and like written over with ink, and just below it, it just says Blacksmith Legham.
Huh.
Curious.
I'll hand those back to anyone behind me.
Take it. I'll take it.
Just sweating profusely.
Are you sure that he should be out adventuring? Did something happen to him?
He
I
ate
think
something bad.
Diarrhea!
Ah. Wouldn't know what that's like.
Okay.
He ate some bad meat.
He should be good by morning. Probably.
Nods to you, raises his hand at a lot of you. Well, good luck.
Yeah, good seeing you, Journey. I'll turn and make my way for the exit.
Pleasure as always.
This was nice. We should do it
Backs
again.
out. Doesn't turn to leave, just backs out.
You just leave, and he just to himself, just silently. Good people. I enjoy their visits.
God.
When he's out of earshot.
Totally.
Turn to Quintus. Just like, how hard is it to just keep your mouth shut?
We
my
got
God.
through it somehow.
You are.
It's real touch and go there.
The old diarrhea strategy. Go on, big guy.
You did your best.
Heading upstairs, you guys would quickly find that the bedrooms that are available are all empty. There is nobody else staying in this building right now. To get into the upper area, you would actually have to go out through like a back door into a small little like garden courtyard area in between the two buildings that kind of make up this place. To go into the next building, go up some stairs. and you guys are free to sleep if you want to. Everything looks like it's cared for the bare minimum that it has to be usable, but it is all clean and looks relatively comfortable.
While the entire group is still together and like before we go to sleep, Lexi's just gonna kind of be like,
You guys, I'm like really sorry that I like slept up and I let him know that I was a Kitsadria. I've never done anything like that before, and I'm sorry that I made stuff harder for us. And I'm gonna do my best to never ever do it again. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I feel as if it's more of a problem for you than it is for us. Do not worry about us.
Yeah.
I've really never ever done that before. I'm really, really good at keeping secrets. I think I just kind of got comfortable around you guys and forgot about it. So I'll be better. I will.
Hey, not to worry.
Yes.
You're not the only one who slipped up today.
I guess
I'm
I could
certainly
forgive
guilty
the
of that
two
as
of
well.
you. If you both buy me a drink.
Okay.
I believe that can be arranged.
I'll hold you to it.
Thank you guys
So-
for like having my back in there too. That was really, really nice. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
"You did nothing, fuckface."
I was present. You're welcome for being within earshot.
And not
I'll
making
just
it
shut up
worse.
No! She doesn't say that to you. She just smiles at you. She's scary being a butthole.
But you know that. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Well, is anyone going out this evening, or are we all just going to sleep?
What time?
Not
is
sure
it?
if a tailor will be up at 10 o'clock at night.
It's coming up on like 11. It's around 11 right now.
But
yeah.
maybe 11.
Oh my god.
We're nearing midnight. It's probably unlikely we're going to get any business done. This would be a simple pleasure visit if we were to go anywhere. I imagine only taverns and inns are open at this point.
And we didn't get our reward yet, so
True.
The gold we have on us.
We do know that when we go to leave, we should have most of our travel taken care of as far as different sorts of rations and things of the like. So let's just make sure that we get some sort of upgrade or something while we're out tomorrow. Again, even if it's just something as simple as flag for morale. How long do you think it'd take them, Kitty?
Need
Can
a
they get
plus
it done
one
like
flag.
a couple of minutes? How many minutes should I have to wait, Kitty? What do you think?
Like a day to a week, depending on how much money you want to give them.
We can't wait that long. I'll just tell them to complete it and I'll come back.
The best.
We'll have to watch out. We'll be without a flag.
oh no.
How will people know? Either way, I'm going to be going to the party room. That's the room that I sleep in.
Any room you sleep in is the party room, Quinn.
Anyone fucking having to fucking specify. All right, everyone, I'll be in the funnest room in the house. Leaves, comes back. To clarify for those who didn't catch what I meant, my room.
Silly Aristo, this is the ride.
If only we could have them garner some kind of respect for our most charismatic team member, which is me.
Oh.
I'm getting there. I put a charisma in my thing last time. I'm getting
did?
there.
All right, so are you guys going to sleep then?
Before everybody like checks out, I want to go to the room Lexi is staying in.
Not the party room.
Shit.
The Phalanxy room.
Gunnis is still around, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then I would be in a room with Fenris. Right? Yeah.
All right. Hello. Knock
It's
on the door.
Vogan! Vogan! Runs to the door. Hi, Vogan!
Hi. Can I come in?
Fenris, can you come in?
Yes.
You can come in.
Is it just you?
Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, you can come in.
I will walk in to said room. Hey, closes. Make sure the door is closed behind him.
I'm gonna kill you now.
Draw a sword.
I knew this would happen.
Fucking. She takes out her like weapon from underneath the blanket. My God was ready for this. I was warned.
You filthy hobgoblin scum.
If only we could call for help, but the party room is too loud.
3rd level cleric cast disintegrate.
Aristo's just in there swinging his cane, having a fucking great time.
Anyway.
Aristo, thanks for coming to the party room.
Anyways, what are you? Anyway, so what are you doing?
I look at both of them like, hey, Lexi, I sort of, felt bad that you outed yourself.
Yeah, it was really dumb of me.
Yeah, a little bit, but not everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And since we're a party, I feel like maybe I should come clean too. You're curious about what's under this mask and the hood?
I also stole the bag of holding. Holds up the bag.
Fenris. to be clear, Fenris already knows.
Yeah, I know. This
Yeah.
is more to Lexi.
Totally. I'm just establishing what I know Brett knows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
God. He'll like start to go for his hood, and then like you have to make sure you don't tell anybody.
I'm gonna be really, really careful about keeping secrets. I'm really good at keeping secrets. I swear. I won't
Well-
tell anyone. I swear.
All 3 of us are people that don't belong in most places. You don't have to worry about us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He'll take off his hood and mask, reveal his heavily scarred face, bald head, pointy-eared hobgoblin face.
Oh. She's
What
just
was that?
smiling at you.
What's that reaction for? What does that mean?
Your scars are really neat.
Neat?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
they're
that's
neat.
true.
They mean that you were in really good fights and that you won, so you should be proud of them.
Oh, most of them I won. At least.
Well, I mean, you're not dead, so you won.
No, that's not true. Not
Why
at
not?
all. He'll point to like one on his face that's like the biggest scar, pretty much is going across his face.
Oh.
This one is from the last fight I was in as the person I was. It's a reminder of who I was.
Oh, yeah, you said you were a different person now, I remember. Well, like, what happened?
He'll like look at both of them. This is something that Bread's character doesn't know.
Hooray! This is what you get, Brad.
Do we want to go to a different chat?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Let's be secret
We'll be in the
buttholes!
party room.
Away!
hello.
Secret chat room!
Secret chat room. So Vogan will say, have you ever heard of the Hellrock Army?
Have I?
Roll me history. Roll it with advantage, because I feel like you likely would have, given who you worked with. I'm also going to roll for Fenris.
Nice.
Pretty heckin' nice.
You absolutely have. I'm just going to go ahead and roll history as well. Fenris, yeah, I'm not even gonna. She just does. Fenris would have her own very personal reason for knowing who the Hellrock Army. Well, not very personal, but elf-related reason for knowing. So Lexi, when he says Hellrock Army, they are the army of hobgoblins that inhabits the Strikelands. They
Okay.
are a large, like massive collection of hobgoblins as well as smaller troops of other races that they conquer that effectively continuously circle around the Strikelands, the island nation of the Strikelands, progressively conquering it, losing control, and then reconquering it.
Huh.
You don't know any recent news about them, but that's what most people understand, is that the reason that nobody trades with or goes to the Strikelands is because the Hellrock Army has effectively made it a constant war zone that nobody civilized wants to go near.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know about them.
Mm-hmm. How much do you know about them?
Just kind of what everybody knows. Like, they're for, like, in the Strikelands, and they just make everything about fights and war and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah. I used to be a captain of the Hellrock Army.
That's why you're so good at giving me orders, because you used to be a captain. You're really good at planning and stuff, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I was... Essentially, I was obsessed with fighting and battles and war. We would... my company, at least, probably had a fairly large reputation for being the most bloodthirsty.
Oh.
We would purposely lose settlements that we conquered so we could conquer them again. But, yeah, all of these scars came from battles I fought in the Hellrock Army.
Forgive me for asking, and this may seem like an odd question, but hobgoblins have a relatively human lifespan, right?
Yeah.
Good.
That's it? Okay.
I don't know a lot
she was
about
just curious.
I don't know a lot about hobgoblins, but if you had been alive 200 years ago, your kind are part of the reason why people like us are so distrusted here. You probably are unaware of why.
Am I unaware why?
Probably. Your kind don't really dote on history that much.
Yeah. It's fair. He was... Yeah.
In 600 AD, almost 200 years ago, the Hellrock Army was formed when the King of Retia launched a massive military attack and betrayed the Palavar Council from Cahulas. You were all banded together to try to assassinate their leaders at a peace conference. That act is what caused the Palvarian Accords, which made my people second-class citizens. And after all of your kind had been united under one flag and you returned to your home, you stayed together as the Hellrock Army.
Well, I apologize for what my kind did, but I don't really think I was concerned back then with any of that. I was very much obsessed with one thing back in the day.
Well, what changed?
Well, my superior. Hold on, let me go through my notes real quick.
One second. Whose name
Pulls out a
was...
piece of paper.
Unfurl scroll.
1 second, I need to... Where's my character's treatment? Alright, here it is.
Hold on.
Here,
Where's my character stuff? Let's see. Well, my I was excommunicated from the Hellrock Army. My former captain, Lekazad, beat me within an inch of my life for letting me go, essentially. And he points to that scar again, the big one. That's how we got this little guy. But I was eventually able to meet someone who helped me a lot.
Smile.
And I'm forever grateful to them. And I'm trying to be a different person, a better person.
That's really good. They must have been really special.
Yeah, she saved me. Literally, like I was on death's door. She took me in and, brought me back to health and taught me the ways of blue metal. So.
What's that? Oh, would I know what that is? I'm guessing no.
Roll me a history check. That's going to be really, really hard.
Oh, here we go. No
And-
advantage for this, and I only got a +1. Hey.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
pretty good.
Hey!
Damn it.
Unfortunately, even with that, you would only know as far as it is a school of swordsmanship that originates in Cahulus.
Okay.
That if it's a martial arts style that requires that is based around using swords, though it can use other bladed weapons. It's rather ancient. It effectively predates Retia, like, as its own continent before, like, the empire separated. Not a lot of people know it. It's highly spiritual. Beyond that, you don't know the specifics of it. Beyond that, like the name implies, those that practice it often carry weapons made of blue metal.
I think I've heard of that. It's like the really fancy sword thing, right? Not a lot of people know it, and it's really, really special. You have to be really, really skilled to get to know it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's really impressive, Fogan.
Well, thanks, I guess. Yeah. Currently, I'm on a pilgrimage to visit all of the Eidolon temples.
The pilgrimage
We
of the
live in
Four.
one of those, don't we, Fenris?
We do. We live in the Temple of Tequin, as we've talked about before.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to, go with you to your temple.
I didn't know you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
We could do that. That's really easy.
Is it? Apparently it's not, because it's very hard to find.
Oh.
Our temple
I found it.
Our temple is one of the more well-known ones. Ours and the
Oh,
one
is
in the land away are both relatively public knowledge. Ours is the most publicly accessible, as long as you're not a criminal. The one in the land away, where Quintus comes from, you need permission from one of the noble families there to visit. The other two, I'm not sure where they are.
Logan, when I snuck in, was I aware that it was a temple?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
just
why
making
you
sure.
snuck in, because you were like, they
thought
probably
so.
have, like,
They
expensive
have
temple
things I can steal.
And the inner, all the temples are built around sacred grounds that were once shrines to the Eidolons. Those are the innermost chambers, and they're protected by a series of trials and guardians. The Pilgrimage of the Four, I've never seen anybody complete it, but it is trying to gain access to those four and trying to commune with the four gods of Retia. Many think that the Pilgrimage of the Four is a way that people seek enlightenment and try to find a path that is not readily apparent.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
I guess I
really
have to
noble
find
thing to do.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be easy, but
I mean, it sounds super fun. I'd be really happy to help you with it.
I'd appreciate the help. Thank you.
I would
You're
absolutely
welcome.
be willing to put in a good word for you. Unless I, for some reason, change my mind next time I show up. I would absolutely be willing to put in a good word for you.
Man,
That's-
NPC Fenris is way nicer than actual Fenris.
What I know of
right?
Fenris
NPC
is
Fenris
she
is so
is
nice.
sweet and timid, and that is all I know of her.
Yep, that's fair. That's fair.
It's still up to the keeper of the temple, and you'd still have to go through the trials inside.
Well, since Fenris is staying behind, she also asked me to keep an eye on the party. So if you do anything where I think that you shouldn't get to be in the temples and she shouldn't put a good word in for you, then I'm gonna tell her.
I wasn't planning on doing anything that would, you know,
Smiling.
We're more so worried about
do that.
Aristo.
Mm-hmm.
He blanks for a second, like, Aristo, right? Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
yelling, I wasn't gonna do anything! Good!
Aristo, that's his name.
You've spent the most time with him, right? Like, what do you know about him? Is he like your best friend, like how Fenris is mine, or?
I wouldn't say that. We more found each other's company through circumstance. And
Oh.
I guess we both found each other's company useful.
Huh. Okay. I mean, like, do you like him? Or?
He has his moments, I guess.
Okay.
I wouldn't
He's
trust
just really-
anything he says,
He's
though.
really quiet, and then when he says stuff, it's weird.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm. Judge me.
Listen, don't trust anything he says.
Really?
I have a feeling he's always lying about something.
Oh no. I wanted to like him. I mean, is it at least safe to be around him?
For now. I mean, he's surrounded. So.
That's true.
I feel that if he was truly a threat to us, then Tequin would have sent me some sort of sign.
I mean, that's true, but you're gonna be here and we're gonna be without you for a little bit, Penny.
Tequin watches all of us. Not just me.
I don't subscribe to that belief. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah. I wouldn't trust anything he says.
Okay.
I can't
Oh.
tell you what a specific thing that he's hiding, because I said I wouldn't. But he's still hiding something.
I understand keeping secrets that you have to. That makes sense.
Mhm.
I'll keep an eye on him and I'll see if I can maybe get his secrets out of him.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll volunteer secrets like I just did. Fucking idiot I am.
It's okay, I'm an idiot too.
Well, I hope you feel better about the whole outing yourself thing. You're not alone now.
Thank you, Vulcan. That really means a lot to me. And then she will forcefully hug him.
Ah! Yeah! Pat.
I just noticed
it-
the picture you put in pictures, buddy. Anyway, we've spent a lot of time away from the others. We should probably head back.
probably go back.
Go back.
Okay, we go.
Freaking
What juicy roleplay! Much secrets!
Oh, it was so good though.
You guys missed the party room.
I heard
y'all
Izzy.
missing
Okay,
out.
here's the thing. Spencer was having like really emotional shit, and then I would just hear Izzy being like, "You ever heard of a devil's three-way?"
All right.
We had a good time, don't you worry. man.
God damn it.
So good.
Yo, one of us is a tiefling. How could I not make the joke?
Meanwhile, in the party room.
Go do it.
Do your party room role play. Do it.
No, we already did it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Stream didn't get to see it.
All right, so
They weren't in the party room.
are you guys overall good for the night? Are you going to sleep?
Yeah, I got nothing going on.
That was a good time. I'm ready.
General
to sleep,
partying was had.
Cool. Alrighty. And you guys sleep on through to the next day. I'm gonna hit long rest, even though there's no need to, just in case. Boop. If everybody, let's say you guys could get basic rations from this place, so rations for that day are not something you should be concerned about. And the next morning when you guys come down, well, as you guys are waking up, you hear a knock at the door. It would likely be on the room Quintus is in, because you probably, I imagine, the first one in the hallway. And you hear a knock, and then a large thump, as if someone was being put down in front of the door. And then you just hear a voice through the door just being like, "Your gold's in a box out here. Come get it."
Rise with the sun. Thank you.
That's all you
over to
begat.
get it.
You good boy.
As you
Shirtless heart boxer Quintus goes to the door.
Oh, he's perfect.
Excellent.
And then, as you come out, you see a large box that is relatively nondescript that just says "Property of the Dragon Dagger" on the top. Partially opened, inside you see there is collectively 900 gold and 150 platinum coins.
Hell yeah! Holy shit!
Damn.
That's a pretty good haul.
Yep, 2,400 gold was the reward.
Well.
Drags it in and fucking just looks over toward Miriam and potentially Aristo if he stayed in the party room and just like, guys, we have things.
Aristo actually wouldn't have stayed in the party room.
Miriam, we have things.
I'm sure we do.
All right, I'll keep it all.
Yeah, that sounds good. Whatever.
Everything for Quintus.
You son of a bitch.
His honor prevents that from happening, though.
Oh, does it?
Oh, so
I've had a
cool
lot
have
of
a
talks with
sleeve.
Aristo in the party room last night, and my alignment has changed.
God damn it.
No, I'm
I
playing.
work fast, people.
No, I'm just playing. He brings it in, and he's like, I will let someone smarter than me deal with this.
Call my accountant. Oh, bad.
I need to go and call my accountant. He steps out. Vogan! He starts going through the hall.
Why?
What? Gonna go knock on Vogan in Aristo's room.
Hasn't had time to put on his armor, so just a hooded Vogan comes up to the
Only
opens the
wearing
door.
the hood.
He's just the hood and some pants.
Completely read everything else.
Give me a moment, Vogan. I'm still putting on my face.
By that, he means casting disguise self.
Yeah, what else would it mean?
So am I just standing there seeing a half naked Vogan?
No, you'd see him like basically covered in his like trying to cover as much skin as possible.
You're
Clothes,
just like wrapped in a blanket.
pretty much. Like, what do you want?
Hey, eh.
What?
Oh, sorry. All of our money got here, and Miriam is sleepy, and I do not trust myself to count it all.
Let me get dressed.
Thank you.
Close his door. Gets dressed. Comes out.
I just have waited outside the entire time.
I'll come out with him.
Yay!
No.
To the party room!
All right.
I'll get Lexi and Fenris.
So,
Knocks
How
on
much
the
was it?
next door.
how much was it? Is it in the? Oh, it's in the party inventory.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's in the party inventory. It's a total of 2,400 gold. But 1,500 of that gold is in silver. Or is in platinum.
Gotcha.
Lexi, Fenris, money here.
Quintus runs to door, opens door. Hi, Quintus.
Hello, there's money in the party room.
Neat.
This time it's the party room as in the party room, not the party room as in the party room.
Tilt's
down the
head
hall.
confused.
That makes perfect sense.
Still looking at you confused.
There's money. We have money.
Oh, okay.
Outstanding.
Fenris gets up, slowly rubs her eyes. What time is it?
I don't know what time it is.
Looks out to the
Checks
nearest
wrist.
window.
I don't know.
The sun is just barely coming up.
Oof.
It's time to rise
Oh, jeez.
with
Oh.
the sun.
Oh.
It's currently 6 a.m.
Oh. Gross.
All right, see you guys there. Just cheerfully walks down the hall.
Where you going?
Going back to your room, or going back to my room. I was talking to them.
No,
you
I'm
guys
going to
are over
your
there.
room.
Oh,
I'm going to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already made my way to the room and started counting the money.
But he enters the room. Where are you going? What?
I just
Where are you
imagine
going?
we go to the room and Vogan just has like these tiny reading glasses as he's counting them all out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Pretty much.
You steal enough wealth and you learn to be a good accountant. All right, so.
So, depending on if we get this all converted into gold, it's gold value. We'd each get 400 gold each.
You get 150 gold each, and
If
then
we-
25 platinum each.
Yeah, if we get it, if we get it converted to platinum, which is probably the best case. Don't want to rock around with a shit ton of gold. Then, 40 platinum each.
As we walk around with a shit ton of gold, we're just asking someone to come by and steal it from us. Just raid us
I
and
would
take
know.
everything we own. And we'd be asking for it. They'd be in the right.
Don't ask me how I know that.
I think I'll take my chances. So how much gold?
For now, do you guys want me to just split it among the party? Because I can just hit the button and it'll go to you guys.
As is,
Oh,
it
sure.
divides perfectly.
Yeah.
between us anyway.
How strange that it divides perfectly among 6 people, Bram.
Weird.
So
Weird.
crazy.
There you go. You each get the equivalent of 400 gold, added on top of what you each already have.
Nice. Hooray!
Nice. Fucking 25 platinum pieces.
Damn.
So how much gold and platinum do we each get?
We got 150 gold and 25 platinum.
Ah, okay.
Pretty much.
It's a good time.
Light the hall.
Quite the haul.
Nice pocket change. I'm kidding.
Swear to God.
Goddamn rich boy.
Don't be a mad clips about this, okay?
Oh. All right. So we've got our money. Should probably spend it. Yes.
I say we should probably try to make our way out somewhere past noon. So until then, we should see to what all we would need throughout the city. If we leave beyond noon, then we can at least say at that point that we had a nice meal in the city before we leave. I think each of us at least deserves that much.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I don't think places are open yet because this is ungodly early.
I do
What?
I do agree that we all deserve to rest.
Wait, are we all together? I thought me and Fenris were still in our room.
Are you? Did you guys not enter the room and accept the gold that I put into your inventory?
That's okay. Sorry, I just wanted to know where I was. Okay, I'm in the room. Shit, that's fine. I'll start commenting on things now.
You're just sitting in the other room and just the piles appear in front of you and you're like, yeah! Do you want to at this point not be in the same room?
No, it's totally fine. Yeah, no, you can be in the room. I just wanted to know where we were.
I can imagine Fenris is in her equivalent of like pajamas. Like it's the same color as her outfit, but just like a bit like puffier and frillier.
Like she
As
is
like
also
we're
in
all like
PJs.
looking around, just see like as Quintus is just sitting there, he's just like, probably want to get a couple more pairs of underwear.
Why? I like your underwear.
All of my other clothes were with Winchester.
I agree that we should probably take some time to rest, but every second that we spend resting is another that Kyverium gets farther away.
She's right.
It's true.
Yes, we don't want the trail to go cold.
Still just lying in the bed. Yeah.
We'll
even
see how we feel by the time noon rolls around then. I feel like we should still at least go through and make sure we have everything that we need prepared.
All right, I'm up. Hold on.
I'm going
I
to
splash a little water in Miriam's face.
Oh, fuck you. Oh.
I'm going to until you all are ready. I'm going to spend the morning in prayer, and then I'm going to head out and try to find Lyra.
All right.
I'm gonna
luck with
miss
that.
you so much, Vanris. And hugs her again.
No.
I think that I'd actually like to join you since there's no shops open currently. Spend my time at least a little bit at any sort of church or the like around here until I can go to the tailor.
Well, I'm not going anywhere to pray. I'm going to do it from here.
Oh, well, I'll go and see if I can't find somewhere for me to feel a little bit closer, if that's fine with everyone else here.
Go
That's
for it.
if that's what you want to do.
Certainly.
You
It's
should.
been a while since I was able to do something like that, so
You should.
I'll see
be
you all
able-
around noon.
You should
Where
be
are my
able to-
clothes?
Hmm?
Where are
Over
my
there.
clothes?
They're
Thank
over
you.
there and over there and over there, Kitty.
Start walking around the room and gathering my clothes.
The party room.
Yeah, assuming you all get to the point where you guys get dressed and ready, are you guys effectively waiting until noon to decide to do anything?
I was saying like until noon because the shops wouldn't probably be open this early. So by the time noon happened, we would have gone to each of the different shops and areas that we probably
He
wanted.
thinks
Yeah,
leaving the
each,
city
like-
by noon.
Yeah, like each
Yeah,
do our own
my
thing
my
and then be
my
ready to
overall
leave
goal
by
is
noon.
like, is your plan to deal with your things in the morning and then leave at noon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay, and your trajectory for the morning is shop-wise. You want to go see a tailor, you want to see the blacksmith, and you want to probably stop and get rations. Is there anything else that you guys want to do while you're in town?
I thought that
Possibly
rations would have
potions.
been brought to us with the carriage, wouldn't it?
Right. Yes.
We have a whole bunch of beef and stuff that we got from the place. but I
No,
wanna try to
sorry.
find-
His point
we
was
ate it
that
all.
his point
Yeah, we ate it
was his whole thing was he can supply a carriage, but Edrigan was you should spend the money you get from the mission on the supplies that you need for the
okay.
trip.
I thought
Okay.
that. Gosh.
You guys just
I thought
got
he said he was
400
gonna
gold
do that.
each. He's very much in the case of like, you don't need me to feed you.
Gotcha.
No, feed us. Do it.
Feed us!
So yeah,
We're
you guys just
so
make me a
hungry.
collective list of just so that I have some idea of how to manage what you're doing this morning. What are you planning on doing overall? So blacksmith, tailor, like grocery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to go to
Possibly
Blacksmith.
potions as well, yeah.
And right, the apothecary.
Right, yeah, I'd like to buy some reagents for casting Find Familiar when he inevitably dies.
It'll happen.
Yeah, he has no hit points.
They live to die.
Logan, is there
Fucking
a place around that that Quintus could find that would be something toward Heros or something similar?
There would be shrines to each of the Eidolons, especially in the capital cities of each of the countries. So you would know there should be one around here. In terms of finding it in a timely manner, roll me investigation.
Okay. I will use one of my inspirations because he is looking his hardest. Boop. And a boop.
12. You find out that the city does have a church that is the Church of the Summer Nights, which you find out you have to ask around a bit as you guys are doing your other things. It is a temple collectively to all 4 of the Eidolons that are worshipped in Retia. There's not a particular one, but in theory it should be a place where you could, if you wanted to pray or commune with a god, you should be able to reach any of them there.
For the first little bit, then, since he would leave to go and do that in the very early morning, he will go there and he will probably, in the communion, he will drop 10 gold down into it.
Okay. They will happily accept your donation there. You are tended to when you enter it. It is a relatively... It's a fairly large area. There's a large garden and there's a large circular, open dome where there's these 4 statues of depictions of the Eidolons, very basic ones. One of them you recognize to be a depiction of Haros, which is this majestic, large golden lion roaring upwards. It's very heckin' Simba, Allah summoned in Kingdom Hearts is effectively what you're looking at.
Exactly.
Another one depicts 2 twins standing back to back, each of them with sorceress robes on, and each of them performing feats of magic. Another one represents a sort of subhuman, but it's a very abstract representation of a person that is a mirror, which it's effectively halfway between like a Trent and a human being. And the last one, Tequin was the twins. Darn, I'm getting them heckin' stuff mixed up. And there's another one that's very sorceress. Yeah, cool. But there's another one that depicts a being on a floating throne that you recognize as Vestige, which has several sets of large wings expanding out from their back, and all sorts of jewelry and kingly-looking accessories such as crowns and rings and whatnot.
And these are all part of the same pantheon and stuff,
yes,
right?
these are depictions, common depictions of the Knights of the Summer Sky, the Eidolons of Retia. Vestige the Skykeeper, Emir. Vestige is the kingly-looking one. Emir is the Trent-like humanoid being. Haros is the lion, obviously. And Tequin is the twins.
He will separate his 10 gold donation, again, mostly going to Haros, but he will also drop a gold in each of the other ones as well, since they're all collectively in the same area, in the same pantheon.
Yeah. Just as a time to review, just to reinforce things, you do know that the 12 Eidolons are all considered part of the same pantheon, effectively, but each of the continents has 4 that they particularly worship, each of them considered their own, order, and these are the Knights of the Summer Sky.
He will spend time there and just try his best to be like, thank you for allowing me to live the past couple of weeks. And also, can you bring back my horse? But that's it.
The nondescript,
I don't want to ask
nondescript priests and whatnot that look after this place, thank you for your donation. They give you a non-magical, mostly just ceremonial blessing as you're leaving.
He will gladly accept.
And then the rest of you, where do you want to go first, my guys? We will assume that picks up from there, that he manages to find this, and then you guys go about your business. So,
I'm back.
Are you all traveling together?
Yay.
Are you doing your errands and whatnot all as a group, or what would you like to do?
I'd like to go to a blacksmith.
I would also like to go to a blacksmith.
I'll go and find my reagents.
Ah, you're splitting up. Here we go.
Oh, you
It
avoiding us?
begins.
The party.
What?
I mean, only certain people are going to want to go to the apothecary, I guess, anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Alrighty. You're heading
And
to...
I'll go to the blacksmith with them.
Yeah, and Miriam, are you going to the apothecary as well? Since you brought it up.
I'm going to both.
Hmm?
I plan on going to both.
Yes, but they are splitting up from what I understand. So I'd
do I
like
go
to know where
one
you...
or the other first. Screw it. Let's go to the apothecary.
Cool.
The blacksmith after.
Nice.
So, and Fenris heads into the city trying to find Lyra. She said she could be found at the Dragon Dagger, but she didn't come back. Fenris heads out with a very, she probably,
Hi, Fenris.
based on your limited knowledge of her, she probably just found a room somewhere, either with someone or just freeloaded.
Party room.
So she takes off. All right, so let's handle the apothecary first then, since it's the smaller group. Aristo and Vogan, you guys, it is in the main district. It is off of the Golden Gleam Bazaar, which is a several block wide, large open space filled with all sorts of different kiosks and shops lining it. It's very loud, even from this early in the morning. You guys get there about 7:30. It's already very active. Already a lot of people like yelling over each other, trying to get people to buy things. There's all sorts of like beautiful art elements to this place. There's a lot of guards of the Iron Watch around here. You were previously here whenever you guys bumped into the half ogre that ran away from you.
Did you mean Aristo and Miriam?
Yes.
What did I say?
You said Aristo and Vogan.
Oh, my bad. Aristo and Miriam.
Okay. I was like, where am I going? What?
You're going to the Apothecary, Vogan! So says, I'd like to go to the Blacksmith, but my feet just don't agree! Okay. You guys head there. You eventually find the Apothecary, which you notice that a lot of businesses here don't seem to have titles as much as they just have very large ornamental signs. You also notice, based on the pamphlets you were shown earlier, this city deals a lot with iconography. A lot of people would rather pass around logos and whatnot than they would pass around names to shops. You see on the pamphlet that you were given before that leads you to this place, you see directly where it is because it is on full display. It is its own building apart from the kiosks. It shows a potion with two hands very softly holding it from underneath, and the liquid is painted as many colors as possible, clearly trying to get a rainbow image, but it doesn't look as elegant as you think they meant it to when they probably conceptualized it. There is a very brief, as you get close to it, the smell of the area changes a bit, and all sorts of different, very exotic scents enter into your nostrils all at once. And rather than a door, there's just a curtain pulled across the front.
Yes. I believe this is the place.
After you.
I'll walk on in. I'll give him a little bow and walk in.
You enter into it. You pull the curtain aside and enter into it. The place is dimly lit. There's several candles that are lit in the area. The candles are all burning different colors. And again, there is a series of glass cases, again with the same sort of iron bars you saw in the jewelry shop seem to be lining these glass cases. It seems to be a very common thing for the shops here to use this kind of security. As you enter into it, a bell goes off as you pull the curtain to the side, and you hear some stumbling and a box fall in the back of the shop from behind a curtain behind the main desk. You hear a very quick, like, damn it!
You okay?
Is everything all right back there?
Yeah, just gotta, just hold on. It's just some things, and I put them in the... It pulls across. You see a man with scraggly hair. Hey, what's up? I know it!
Dear God, yes!
Sorry about that. It's really early, and I don't have a door, so I can't really close down the... Hey! How you doing?
Good.
Quite all right.
Want to buy some stuff?
Well, certainly hope so, if that's quite all right.
Neat. This man steps out. Again, very scraggly, not dirty, but it just looks like naturally very messy hair that goes down to, that comes down far enough that it drapes across his shoulders a little bit. Has very tired looking eyes, but a big smile on his face. Walks forward. He has what looked like a combination of robes and commoner's clothes on that looked just official enough that it could function in public, but also looks like something you could totally just fall asleep in at a moment's notice.
Nice.
All right, what are you looking for?
I was hoping to find some incense, herbs, charcoal. I've got the specifics written down on this note here. Do you happen to have these things?
Oh yeah, man, that's easy.
Excellent. I'd like, if I could, how much do you have?
Of these particular specific things?
Yes.
How much do you need? I think I could scrounge up maybe 4 or 5 uses of this sort of thing. But that's a bit expensive.
Just smile at him. It's like, okay, so you know what I'm about.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Do you say that out loud, or is that just the inference?
I just smirk at him.
Yeah, you are probably trying to summon a helping hand, if I do so correctly ascertain.
Oh, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. It's just aromatherapy for my bad back, you see. Wink, wink.
Oh, I thought you were summoning a familiar. That's weird. Okay, so if 4 or 5 instances of this, that'd be like 25 gold. I could have that bundled up real quick. I got lots of this stuff. One sec goes into the back. You start hearing noises as things are pulled out of trunks. You hear the sound of something large and hollow hitting the ground behind this curtain. Just, why? Okay. I'm gonna find a place for that. Comes back out with a satchel that appears to have most of, like, just repeat uses of the incense and other materials you need stuffed into it. And a bag. You can have this bag.
Oh, thank you very much. So that was 25?
Yeah. There's enough in here to summon 5 familiars or do 5 aromatherapy sessions, I guess. Depending on... Unless you're gonna, like, burn it all at once.
No.
And then you can
No,
summon
sorry,
a familiar
I
of
thought...
5 times its size.
I'm gonna be straight with you, sir. I thought we were doing a thing, but no, you were right the first time.
Oh.
I was just being cheeky for fun, but I apologize.
I'm sorry that I ruined your joke.
No, not at all. I misread the room. You've been very gracious. Thank you very much. I'll give him 30 gold.
Oh, that's very nice. He looks over to Miriam, and you
Can't be mean to Briar.
Damn right.
You don't know that it's Briar. He like looks over to Miriam, and hey, cool devil dude, what can I do for you?
I'm just looking at all these bubbling things you got on the wall.
Yeah.
Over here. Just curious as to, what you had in stock and what they do.
Oh man, I wish I could tell you.
God.
Oh, that one there. How much?
Oh, right there. No, you don't. He like opens a ledger, looks at a label that is on it. Yeah, that's a potion of... That's poison.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, we'll skip that one.
Points to the one next to it.
That one.
Oh, that one's healing.
That one.
I keep them beside each other in case somebody poisons themselves and then immediately needs to be healed.
Oh my god.
Oh. I also keep the labels off of them and in this book.
It's a shame they look so similar.
It is. That is... At least I think they're both. I mean, they have different labels. He, like, looks at the book. But then again, I did put the labels on them.
Oh my god.
Are you just looking to window shop then?
Yeah, no. I mean, healing might be a good thing to take with us. We're going on a bit of a road trip. But if there's anything else, then I mean, if you could pique my interest, I'm looking to buy.
Well, most expensive, really exotic magical goods have to be approved by the city and ordered ahead of time. But I think the most expensive thing in here, I take it that you two are adventurers on account of the familiar stuff.
Yep.
You have us pegged.
Anything that you would basically want, from healing to anti-venom and such, we've got that. I think the most expensive things in here is we got potions of speed.
Oh? And how might something like that work? It sounds intriguing.
You drink it, and then it makes you go really fast, really briefly.
How briefly?
Like a minute.
Interesting.
And then you get really tired. But you've done so much in the minute that it makes up for it. They would be really good incentives to work and to boost efficiency if they didn't cost more than most people make in their lifetime.
Oh,
I think maybe I'll stick with the healing for now, but you've definitely caught my eye with those. So maybe I'll return later if I can't pick up anything else I'm interested in.
how much would some of those potions run someone?
The potions of speed or the regular healing potions and such?
Both. Just to gauge my my finances here.
Well, if you go through the right sellers, like me, he does a little bow, then the general cost would be somewhere around little bit north of about 1,000 gold for that kind of thing. If you get it from illegitimate sellers, it can run you anywhere upwards of 5,000, but nah, it's silly. I get my stuff through official sources. The only thing is, if you want anything else, and I can get you basically anything you want, you just have to let me clear it with Lord Morian first.
My goodness. And that's the same price for both of those types of potions, or?
Oh, what, for speed and healing? Healing goes for 50 gold, my dude.
Oh, 50, okay.
Yeah, no,
So
I
it's
thought
just
you
the
wanted the go
haste
fast for a minute potion.
Sorry, no, I want to know the prices for both kinds of potions. I'm sorry.
Oh, if you're looking at more basic, moving around and adventuring, and I got stabbed in my arm, but I drank this and now it's okay for some reason. I guess it healed up real fast. You're looking at about 50 gold per potion of basic healing. Unless you buy in bulk, then I can cut you a deal. But if you want the better one, I got gutted and now one of my lungs isn't working, but I drank some liquid and it fixed it. Greater healing potions, then you're looking at 200 gold each.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll take 2 of your regular. I've banged my elbow healing potions if you could.
All right, I will charge you 45 for each of those because you bought in a very small bulk.
Amazing.
Aw.
I will. Could I purchase 3 of them?
Thanks.
Absolutely. I will charge you also 45 because that bulk is basically the same bulk as the previous bulk.
Thank you very much, sir.
He turns to us. Thank you. I will
Unless
charge
you
50
both,
gold.
unless we, and then he stops himself. Unless we combined both of your bulks, then it's 5. I will charge you both 40 gold for the lot. I mean each.
No, I like the first thing better. Can we
40.
go back to
I had not considered that you are together, and as such, all of your potions were 1 bulk when I originally thought them to be 2.
You are a very generous merchant, sir.
We don't sell a lot of these in particular, to be quite honest with you.
I can't imagine with the attitude around the city.
Oh, don't get me wrong, this is a cool business, and I work directly for Lord Morian, but which is why I can sell more expensive magic things with his permission. It's just that a lot of adventurers that come through here, they tell me that they tend to find a lot of these supplies on the job, or they bring a cleric. He gives air quotes, who can heal you without potions, with God, so they don't need me.
Oh, those clerics running the small businessman out of town. It's a darn shame. I'm sorry.
Hey man, they're just worshiping their gods. You don't gotta be mean to them.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm just saying they're not good for business.
And minus.
So yeah, so 80 from Aaron, and you said 3, right, Izzy?
120.
Yeah, so 120 from you. 10 gold per potion saved because bulk.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll drop those into your inventories.
I know
Awesome.
which grocery stores work like that.
Yeah, man.
I'd like to buy rations in
You
bulk.
already had one, I think, as well. So
Yeah.
So you would
I
have a
should 4
total.
now.
yeah.
How many rations in bulk can we do for the rations to be not any price?
You will find it
free.
hard to find anybody who is going to cut you a similar deal.
Oh.
And then healing potion, 2 of those go into you. There we go. 2 healing potions for Miriam. And spells. And I'm just gonna throw potion healing, boop, on your sheet. There you go. And I'm just gonna make sure that goes into magic items, potions, boop. There you go. And you have 2, so let's make sure we change your allotment to 2. Bam! Done. Programmed in.
Heck yeah. Thank you.
All right. And if you guys ever need anything, I can't stress enough, feel free to come back. I can place special orders whenever you need them.
Absolutely. And what was your name, good sir?
My name? Oh, geez, you haven't introduced yourselves either. What are your names?
Oh, my apologies. My name is Aristo Tanwin. Pleasure to meet you.
Very nice. And you, cool devil?
Miriam Lucius. You could just call me Miriam.
Ugh. An alarm just went off in my head that is indicating that a certain amount of time has passed.
It's a weird alarm.
Geez, sorry.
That's why.
A mouse must be crawling on one of my crates in the back upon which I cast alarm. Anyways. Yeah, my name is Briar. I gotta see to that thing in the back.
What?
No way!
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And,
Bye.
I have a brother in another dimension who I left behind.
Do you perhaps like a business card or something?
I think you already probably have it.
Ah, gotcha. Oh wait!
I picked one up when we came in.
Away! I'm gonna see if I can find turn that alarm down in the future. That startled
So
me a little.
One
Get
day
out.
we actually we need to get him we need to get him art.
We need to see him, man.
I feel like
he's
the longer he
literally
goes
been
without
here
the better.
longest out of every character.
Dude, in my head, he looks like fucking Snow from Final Fantasy in my head.
I had
Or like Urahara.
Yeah, like we're hard.
I had already told, I think it was Carrie or Aaron, I can't remember who. I was like, Briar is in every universe that I make. I've decided this. He is a universal constant. He is always there.
He is a fixed point in the multiverse.
I said, as soon as they started going in, I'm like, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, man. I wasn't pretending to fool anyone.
I'm so happy.
As soon as you said apothecary instead of like potion shop, I'm like, mm-hmm.
I was really tempted to say apothecary just to
I know!
harken back to the original error.
Oh my god, I forgot about Apothecary.
What a good time.
So let's take a break really quick before we get to the blacksmith stuff. Yeah, so it was 25 gold from you for the familiar stuff, and just mark down your inventory, just like make an item and be like familiar materials, and then you have 5 of them.
Times 5.
Yeah, I did that.
Cool.
Should
Jeez.
be good to go.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, what a good time.
And
All right,
let's-
blacksmith, can you make me a metal flag?
Let's go on break.
Yeah.
Here we are. We are $1,000 over the donation goal. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Logan, can I borrow a briar to appear in my campaign? I can't stop you from doing anything in your game.
Yeah, man.
True.
Are you a man or woman? I am a villain. What gender are you? Evil. Yeah, but what's in your pants? Doom.
Doom!
Oh.
I'll be back.
Oh no, he's gone.
Bleh.
I put a few too many briars in my campaign.
I like
You can
to-
never have too many briars.
like
How
to-
dare you?
I like to imagine that when he did the fucking like if you use both your bulks, he like held one hand up like if I take your bulk, another hand up, and your bulk puts his hands together, they're one larger bulk.
Oh.
Super bow.
The twist with
We just
Briar is he
gotta-
has never actually been high. This is just how he is.
That's just his standard MO.
He's just from whatever universe he's in, equivalent of California.
He's from the demi-plane of THC.
Can't wait for Briarmon.
It's fucking. It ends up being another fucking chosen child who is Korize's son.
Everyone said my brother was
Briar's
crazy.
Oh yeah. I turned the sound off on the timer because it is very loud, so that's not gonna. It shouldn't come on anymore. Hopefully.
Aaron, that picture you just linked is fucking hilarious.
Took me like a quarter second. I was looking at it, I was like, alright, that's fucking dumb.
Alright, be right back.
The invention of glue. Hey dude, I bet if we melt a horse, we could use it to stick stuff to other stuff. Man, is everything alright at home, dude?
If we melt a horse.
We could use it to stick stuff to other stuff. So it's like sovereign glue just made out of unicorn hooves.
I do have to wonder what the process behind that was. Like, who was the first one to think that up?
I mean, once you get into the mechanics of the first person to do kind of anything, like sometimes there's much better explanations where you can think about logically. Here's what happened. Like the first guy to really discover honey. Now, what I like to think is the guy punched a beehive, and while he was being stung to death, he's like, "You guys, this is fucking delicious." More than likely, a guy was hiding from a bear in a tree, and he watched that bear beat the shit out of a beehive and eat it while the mercilessly stung. He's like, "Why'd a bear do that?" And then once the bee's all fucked up, he's like, "I'm gonna try and eat that stuff."
Yeah.
Or like everyone who's like, but how did we discover milking cows? And we're like, well, we have brains and see that all mammals have the same thing happening. Like, what are those baby cows doing with the big cow? Milk. But everyone likes to pretend like some dude's just like looking around at a farm and he just looks behind, makes sure the coast is clear.
Here I go.
They just watched a bear melt a horse and stick it to other stuff.
Use it to attach itself to the hive so the bees couldn't lift it and fly the hive away. Not without carrying the bear. This is also how airplanes were conceptualized.
It all stems from that one bear.
All from the great aerial bear attack of 1782.
So I just got back from the bathroom and I'm very confused.
Yeah, same. What y'all doing?
Talking about the discovery of honey
Ah.
and horses and glue
And also flight.
because of the bear.
Hey, Carrie.
Yeah, I sent you a message, by the way, Lo.
I know, I saw it. Do you want me
Okay,
to
good.
tell you how you fucking dodged a bullet last night?
Fuck. Go.
Last night, I don't know what I was dreaming about because I was awoken so suddenly.
Oh, did you almost attack me in your sleep?
I
Go on.
really did. I woke up.
Oh no!
I woke up because I had swung my arms so wide and so hard at something in my dream that I smacked the corner of our like bedside table, the little desk, and it hurt me enough to wake me up, but afterwards I was like, man, I really attacked that. If I had been facing the other way, you would have been dead.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck?
I don't know what I was dreaming about, but it was
such a butthole.
it was
Ticking
antagonizing
time
me.
bomb, Sleepy Logan is.
Sleepy Logan's scary, man. He also likes to blame me for a lot of shit. Like, he likes to just wake up and be like, shut up, and then go back to sleep.
You stole my levitation or
Yo,
whatever.
Still haven't given him it back. I stole it.
I still got it.
I got it. Jesus Christ, dude. This is why it's like, don't take melatonin before you sleep. You're already a madman. Melatonin sends you over the edge.
It's an actual danger.
Uh-huh. Oh, I can't even describe how mad I would have been if I was sound asleep and you just fucking hit me in my goddamn face. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. I like legitimately hurt myself. I was like, ow, jeez. And like, I ended up thinking to myself, like, I'm really happy I'm facing this way. I would have been so mad at myself if I hit you.
Good. I also would have been so mad.
Oh,
at you
yes.
if you hit me.
Rightfully so.
I've got some kind of allergic reaction going on, and my face is breaking out in a bad rash. My mom is freaking out and wants to take me to the ER, and my dad was like, all right, let's not make any rash decisions. We laughed and high-fived, and now my mom is yelling at us.
That's amazing.
We laughed and high-fived, and now my dad has the rash.
Yo, yeah, like, oh, it's a bad rash.
We're in quarantine now. Send help.
Oh,
We have the kung flu.
god damn it.
That would murder you so bad.
Oh.
Oh, the kung flu.
Yeah. By the way, Bread's really upset that she missed a lot of Logan's backstory.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to. Is she also upset that she's gonna have to catch up on all the lore her character's dropping?
Dude, right? Like, fucking... Like, she was like, no, I'm so sad. And I'm like, well, I mean, like, technically Fenris was in the room too, so I guess Logan's gotta fill you in on what happened, because, like, you'll need it. And she's like, oh, thank God.
Okay, I'm back.
It's a Spencer.
Hooray!
Missed you ever so.
Oh, I missed you.
My mom tried to mansplain freaking student loan interest to me at like 4 a.m. last night.
Oh, jeez.
There's no punchline to this. That's just something I remembered and thought I should share.
That's fair. I'm happy to know.
I was like, I don't have interest because I apply for the student loan interest relief and I get it because I'm a po bitch.
Hell yeah.
And she's like, no, it gains interest. And it like told me about how interest works. I'm like, mother,
Mm-hmm.
I know. They explained it thoroughly when I applied for the student loan.
Mother.
She great.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if anyone here is watching from Ireland, survive, please.
Do it.
What's
That'd be
happening
really
in
nice.
Ireland?
Big
Yeah.
storm.
Oh, big storm.
Big
Yeah.
storm.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's actually going to get like super hurt, or more so than any storm. But you know, blanket burrito, hot chocolate. Fuck outside today.
Hell yeah. Do it.
Brother Spencer, we're doing it. We're upping the friendship level.
We're
F is for
I'm
friends
so
who do
excited.
stuff together.
Oh yeah, well
Logan and
you
Lexi,
guys
best
missed a
friends.
bunch of stuff with the party room, so take
I
that.
bet we did.
The party room.
Jesus.
To the
All
person
right.
who stole my glasses, I will find you. I have contacts.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I need to get new glasses.
Same. Oh my god.
Alrighty. Is everybody ready
Yeah,
to jump back
same.
in?
You shut up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's heckin'. Oh, Zencon just gave a gift sub.
Oh, heck yeah.
To V
So
meta.
close to
Ethan
that goal, too.
Khan.
Oh my god.
We're almost at that goal too, yeah. Jeez.
Damn.
And now we're at that goal.
And it was bad.
So, just so everyone's clear on how these are being released, by the way, I'm putting them up publicly in the Discord when they're available. I'm just dropping them in the Nat19 part of our Discord. Once they eventually go up in the DMs Guild, I will take them off of there, and then they'll be available there. But that might not be for a while. But, because I still need to... I need to be confident that I'm not breaking any laws putting anything up on there. Specifically, I need to figure out how to format things. But, because I don't know if I need to include legal jargon, or if the DM's Guild, you can just throw stuff on there. But,
I don't know. Yeah.
I know they have rules for what you can put on your cover pages and whatnot. Which are pretty easy to follow. But yeah, so that stuff's going on to the Discord, into the Nat19 chat. I believe I'm pinning them. If not, I'll start doing that as PDFs. And then once those are done, and they're up in the DMs Guild, they will be taken off of there because it's counterintuitive to sell something that you have up for free. Not that I care a whole lot. So, bada-boo. Back we go.
We go goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat. So long. Okay, so we're back in. You guys, so we just did the apothecary stuff, and you guys were heading to the blacksmith, Legham.
Yay. We do it.
We're doing it.
All right.
It's Lexi, Quintus, and Rogan, right?
Yes.
Cool.
You guys head closer to the Electri district, which is on the southern side of the city. It's, again, another area where, well, the Platinum district had these, like, large, very well-made, like, elven/dwarven construction walls. These ones are largely made of wood with, like, stone reinforcements and whatnot. It's like pillars of stone with large stretches of wood between them. They seem a lot more haphazard. They were clearly built by less skilled hands. But they still constitute large gates that would probably keep anything short of a siege out.
Oh.
However, you don't actually, you don't actually enter into the Electri district. You go close to it, and you find, as you approach, you hear the banging, the most typical blacksmith description possible. You hear the banging of a hammer on metal, and see the light of a flickering fire. In what looks
Iron Man?
in what looks to be
Let
a
me guess. He's a dwarf.
As you guys approach, you see a very large sign that says Legham Brass Hammers Hammer Smash and Crash Weapon Mast.
That's fucking amazing.
That's a mouthful.
It is.
That's a whole time.
Just a very long sign hanging over this place. And again, Legham Brass Hammers Hammer Smash and Crash Weapon Mast.
Oh my god.
As you
I'll never be able to say that.
as you approach, you
I'm not
see
gonna be glad
what looks
about
like a
that.
figure bent over a forge, hammering into it, sitting down. It's relatively the sound of the hammer appears to be distracting him enough that he can't hear you guys. You see weapons lining the inside of this mostly open air forge. He has a lot of equipment, like he has like a kiln nearby and stuff you'd expect to see in a blacksmith's forge, but everything of his seems to be a size larger than it should be. There's like several iterations of different weapons, including the kind of thing that you'd associate as your standard, Quintus, just like lining different large wooden displays that he has out in the air. Everything is bolted, like every single weapon is bolted down to the wood that it is placed upon and locked there. You guys have the floor.
Excuse
do we see
me?
any- Yeah. I was gonna say, do we see any armor at all, or is it only weapons?
Mostly weapons are on display. You guys do see that there are some sets of armor that are pretty basic looking that are on display as well, but he doesn't seem to have them featured as prominently.
Okay, gotcha.
Hello.
As you come close to him, this man that is bent over it stops, stands, and as he stands, you see that this man looms 7 feet up, appears to be a human.
Really
That
big
is just a
dwarf.
mass of rippling muscle, the largest man that you guys have ever seen. Almost impossibly big for a human. He turns, and you swear you hear the stretching of muscles
He's not
as he
that
turns towards
big.
you. Intense, glaring
bigger.
eyes pierce into you. The angriest neutral expression on his face that you've ever seen in a being. What?
Good morning!
Up in awe.
Hi.
He
We
turns.
want to
you
buy
s-
stuff.
You see the hammer that he's using to forge is closer to the size of a war hammer than a regular hammer. Walks towards you, no shirt, just trousers and a mass of rippling muscles and like burn scars.
You can see the veins pulsing in his pecs.
Totally. What do you want to buy?
I'm looking for crossbow bolts.
I'm just looking.
Do you sell armor?
What kind?
Breastplate.
Yes. You would have to be fitted, though.
Yeah, can you do that by like 12 today?
He reaches into his trousers and pulls out, again, another pamphlet. By this point, you're getting used to the fact that this place is common enough of a merchant city. It seems like everyone just has, effectively, the calling cards for other merchants they work with. He hands it to you. That's a tailor. Get them to do it and bring the information back. I don't have time to fit up people.
Sure.
But if we do that, it would be ready by 12.
Breastplate.
Mm-hmm.
How fine do you want it made?
Sturdy enough to, take some hits, but it doesn't have to be, fancy or anything.
Regular or masterwork?
Masterwork would be like +1 or something,
Yeah,
right?
effectively.
Which would be around like,
That'd be a lot of money.
yeah,
So-
that'd be like fucking thousands of gold?
No.
How much?
Depends on from place to place.
How much would a masterwork breastplate be?
Thinks to himself. The cost of regular breastplate plus 300 gold.
Oh, I wish I had that. That's such a good price. Fuck.
I mean, I can lend you some, and then you could get it.
You sure?
That'd come to a total of about 700 gold.
Yeah, it would be.
Shit.
Yeah.
We even haven't-
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Is that all? And crossbow bolts.
Crossbow bolt, yeah.
Regular?
What's different than regular?
Masterwork.
Is that all stolen
That's
dragon?
so
What
intense.
or anything, or what do I get?
Love this guy.
What does that mean?
For these, it'd be the cost of like it plus for every set of ammunition, it'd be like another 100 gold, I would say, for +1. So, which you guys would note for this kind of thing is cheaper than it normally is anywhere else.
That's way cheaper than anything. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Too good of a deal, man.
What's your game, giant man?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Most people who sell others masterwork equipment arrive at that location via magic. I don't need magic. I need raw materials and art. I use pure skill to make my weapons.
Staring at him in awe.
You see as he's doing this, he's
Logan.
like clenching his hands in front of him and his muscles are flexing.
Logan.
I'm just nodding at
I'm
him.
just imagining a way taller version of the guy from Dr. Stone.
Kasuki?
The fucking crafter guy.
Yes! Oh my god. Who likes to work with glass and everything. Like, fuck yeah. I love him.
So tell me, do you want common weapons? Or do you want that which has been touched by the hand of an artisan?
Oh, I want that one. The art one. Uh-huh. I want that one. Do I have enough for the art one?
A set of 20 crossbow bolts would be... It would come to 101 gold for a set.
I can do that.
That's
How
not
much
too
do I
bad,
need
yeah.
to lend Vogan to help him
300.
with the breastplate thing?
Yeah, you need 300.
Puts a hand on Lexi. I'll handle Vogan.
Well, I want to help him a little bit. I can help him a little bit. Like, I could give him, like, 100.
Sounds good.
Hey, instead of the breastplate, how much would it be for a masterwork, what is it? Scale mail.
Oh.
Roughly the same price. The cost of the armor, plus the additional.
Additional 300? Okay.
The camera zooms into his mouth, ultra realistic lips. Masterwork.
Masterwork! Not that which has been blessed. That which has been crafted to perfection!
It's where, like, it cuts into his mouth. The animation just really picks up every syllable.
Oh,
You're silly and I like you.
His
Very
eyebrow, like, one furls towards you. You hear as the muscle in his eyebrow flexes. There's nothing silly about my craft, tiny man.
I have never been called that. I like you.
Anyway, if I get the scale mail, I can just afford it myself. I'll be worse at stealth, but this way
I wouldn't worry about stealth.
yeah, with you around, it makes it a little difficult.
I mean, what would you prefer?
Well, question for you. What was your name?
Legham. Legham Brasshammer.
Legham Brasshammer. How much do you can you? He pulls out his longsword. Would you be able to make this a masterwork longsword?
He takes a very sharp inhale through his nose, and just grabs the sword, holds it up with one hand. Doesn't grab it by the handle, he's just grabbing it by the blade, twisting it, like looking at it from every angle. You want me to improve this slab of metal?
Yeah.
Then I shall make it into a masterwork slab. The cost of improvement, though, will be 300 gold.
he's consistent. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he is. Oh, man, that sucks. But +1 enchantments on armor is more expensive than +1 enchantments on weapons.
You need to pick what you want.
It's not an enchantment, it's a crafting fee.
I know, but still.
Pick a thing, my boy.
Both. How much? That would be.
If you wanted me to
600
make a new
gold.
one entirely,
700
I could
gold.
give you a better deal. But if you want me to make this one better, then I would have to charge extra.
Could you make a new one that looks like that?
I could make one better.
How much would the new one be?
A new one, a new weapon like this, slightly more materials than a longsword, would cost 180 gold. I've never made a weapon like this. It's more like a large machete, a slab with more weight than a normal knight or fighter would enjoy. But in my hands, it would still be an elegant and powerful weapon.
Neat.
Hey, Quintus, could you help out a little bit for that? I'm just shy, essentially.
What are you needing, buddy?
So like the scale mill would be like 350 gold. Let me get out my calculator.
Yo, right? Let's figure this shit out.
That'd be 350 plus 180. And okay, that'd be
530.
530. And then I have 239. I am like 50 gold short of all that.
We got you. Damn. Yeah, if we can help you with that shit.
You want to go? You want to go half Lexi? I do 25. You do 25, or do you want to do?
Yeah, we can do
the
that.
full one. Okay.
We can do it. Yeah.
We'll just. I'll hand him 25. Just here you go.
Same.
Thank you. I'll take
welcome.
both the armor and the sword.
Will you be needing this slab of metal back?
What did he say? Will I be needing this slab of metal back?
Will you be needing it? If not, I could use it in the reforging process.
Sure. You can have it for the
He
reforging process.
flexes his hand. You see cracks appear on your sword, and he cracks the blade in half in his grip. Good.
Tear rolls down Vogan's face.
Oh my god, no!
He just snapped it like a twig.
No.
It's okay. It was part of my past. I don't need it anymore.
Will there be anything else that you need?
Just the bolts. The master bolts. Yeah.
I can have those ready within a couple of hours. And if
Thank
you get me
you.
your measurements, I can create armor and fit it to you in the same time. By the time you come back, your sword will be done. He looks over to Quintus and he points towards you. What do you want?
Oh, I'm just here to look around. I'll be coming back to you later, though.
He nods, turns. As he turns, he does one large stomp on the ground, and you swear you see the kiln behind him flare up without any provocation. Turns and walks back towards it, grabs his hammer, grabs metal, and seems to start getting to work on things. As far as timing goes, we can assume you come back. We can just give you guys the stuff. There's no need to hold out on that.
Because how much are each of us down for all of our shit?
Heckin', you'd be down.
I got like 9 gold left.
So you would be down 126, Lexi. Quintus, you'd be down 25 gold, and you'd be down the sum total of everything that you paid. Vogan, I'm pretty sure you're at basically nothing.
Yeah, I've got like 9 gold left. With
Yeah,
if
but
they
you were
gave me 50
toughy
gold.
now.
I had like 480 gold, or 480.
There was a part of me that wanted to get armor and stuff, but then I'm like, I want to wait so I can get something really special.
Aww.
I mean, +1 armor is pretty good.
So
Well, I want something in particular though, so I need to save up money.
Oh, you want that tower shield, don't you?
Oh.
Good idea.
All right, I changed all your bolts to +1 carry. So once you run out of that set of 20, they're gone. When you note that when you retrieve these bolts, they will cease being. Though he is making them just through sheer proficiency, they will work like magic weapons. For the sake of overcoming damage resistance, but when you fire them, when they make contact with something, they will become damaged enough and not pristine enough that your bolts will no longer be +1. So remember that when you're retrieving the bolts.
Okay.
They're one
Upon
use.
looking around the area, is there something like a tower shield around?
You would find a couple of large shields, but nothing that immediately looks like a tower shield. Given the area, there's not a lot of people here that would order something like that, so it's not something that he has on hand immediately.
He's just doing his looking around then. He'll ask him for stuff later, whenever he has more money.
And there you go, +1 scale mail. Let's throw that on you and take your old armor off you.
Yeah, and unless the tailor is going to be a fun encounter, then we could probably skip that.
It's that particular one is. I was going to suggest that is just a regular old tailor. Not everybody can be a huge personality. Look.
I need something special. I demand a character. I'm kidding.
I demand a character.
But no, again, we could just say that they take his measurements and that I was looking for just getting my my family crest once again.
You head to the tailor's. You walk into this nice, elegant textile shop. You like ring a bell at the front. A 7-foot tall man walks through the wall. I'm also the tailor. What?
I don't have time to do that. Hi, what do you want?
What? But yeah, no. You go to the tailor. You get your stuff done. You talk to him about getting that done. They'd say that it would be about 5 gold to get something that intricate made because it's the pattern on it's very specific, and the materials would you basically are paying for the dyes and the artwork that is on your standard. And he tells
I also want them to put emblazoned on it the highest standard.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, he says it will take him. It's somewhat quiet man. He's like, yeah, this will I can have this done within a few days, and you can come back and collect it whenever you're ready.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and heckin', so give up 5 gold, and you're good to go on that. Make sure that stuff is properly on. There you go. Eventually, when you return, by the way, he gives you what looks like a more elegant version of your previous cleaver-like weapon. It's much thinner. It feels like it weighs a lot less, but when you swing it, you still feel like it has the same general weight. It just seems more compact. All the nicks are gone. It doesn't have any like fine artistic patterns running up it or anything, but there is some flourish. There's like some trim and some patterns, very basic ones carved into it, that you find aesthetically pleasing. They look fairly more frightening than elegant.
Yeah.
The handle of it appears to have very small notches in it for your fingers to more accurately grip it based on how he saw you holding it before. And heckin', the very end, on the end of the pommel now, there is another very tiny blade coming off of the end of the handle that doesn't look like it's super useful for much, but you could in theory use it to stab something.
Oh, hell yeah. Can I switch to piercing damage?
No. It is
Oh, shit.
not unless fucking something really specific happens.
Fair. Oh man, I can't non-lethally fucking get someone with the hilt of my sword anymore. I'm gonna eventually stab him.
Hit him with the flat side.
Yeah, I'll just hit him with a flat side. Just
Like a cricket bat.
yeah.
Whenever you guys return later, is there anything that you guys come back to that you end up asking him for?
No. Again, I'm going to be holding on to my money for now.
Gotcha.
Need that plate mail.
Shut up.
Hey, Lexi. Yeah,
I'm
Lexi.
not holding out for trying to get 1,800 gold.
He presents you with the crossbow
plate
bolts,
mail and
Lexi, and again, you can tell they look lighter. They look like the cuts on them are much more like perfect than on regular bolts, which are functional. These ones, like, you feel like you could, like, cut meat with these bolts effectively.
Oh. Jeez.
Could I say that even though I didn't pick up any armor, that I did get myself measured by the tailor?
Sure, just so you have the measurements. I feel like you would have that. Just you in particular. I feel
probably
like you
would already
know
have
those
it.
measurements. You'd be able to
Yeah, you're right.
rhyme off the
if
numbers.
I don't, Miriam does.
Yeah, you'd just be able to be like rhyme those numbers off if anyone ever needs them.
36, 24, 36.
82, 59, 8. Alrighty. And you guys also wanted to get food. Again,
Yeah.
assuming the group meets up for that. Oh, yes?
Miriam said he wanted to go to the blacksmith, right?
Miriam arrives at the blacksmith with you on your second trip. You all meet up and go to the blacksmith that second time, with them being done at the apothecary. Do the other two, Aristo and Miriam, do you end up wanting anything from Mr. Legham?
Short sword, masterwork.
150 gold.
Done.
He,
But
like,
not even gonna haggle with them? Damn.
Nope.
It's quite expedient.
I'm not
This
crazy.
dude's-
I'm not charismatic enough to to haggle. Maybe you are.
Yeah, but at the same time, this dude's been giving out good prices.
He is.
fuck.
Yeah.
Again, it's reflective of the fact that he doesn't need to expend a lot of additional, he doesn't expend additional materials or enchantments when he makes things. It is pure, he makes masterwork equipment. However,
God,
you're never going to be able to get anything more higher than +1 out of him, though.
That is fine, probably. I just wanted the magic thing, the magic damage.
There you go.
I'll give him
+1.
146 in gold, and then I'll give him 40 silver as well.
Gotcha.
To make the full.
Oh, I
what is it,
thought the
150?
weapons were adding another 300. I was mad. That was my bad.
No, that was if you wanted it reforged, because you would have to account for like the make of the original weapon. Making a new one from scratch, he was a lot more like, I can just make it good from the onset, as opposed to trying to improve something, which is more complicated.
Gotcha.
So you ask for that. Aristo, do you want anything from him?
I don't think I could really get much from a blacksmith that I would really make a whole lot of use out of. I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with my sword cane.
You could, if you want to upgrade your armor, you could always go for, it'd be the 45 plus 300.
45 plus 300?
Because you could do studded leather +1.
I could probably actually do that. I think it would clean me out almost entirely.
Join the
Staying alive is good.
Join the Broke Boys Club.
Broke Boys. Sure, I'll get some masterwork studded leather armor.
Alrighty, boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Oh, well, now I need to go to the tailors to get you measured.
Can assume that this all heckin'.
Yeah.
You guys meet up at the tailor's. He's like, oh, I think I'll get some armor. So he gets his measurements while he's there to expedite this whole process. Done.
So Logan.
Yeah.
So it was 45 plus 300?
Yeah. So
With it
345.
being a lot cheaper than I thought it was originally, how much you said that he had those kind of spear tip things that remind me of my standard. How much would he do a +1 of that for?
180.
180. I will do that then, because that's a lot cheaper than I was thinking it was going to be.
Cool. So you're gonna need a standard. Boop-a-doo. Just 1 second
How
while
much is a platinum, by the way?
10 gold.
One platinum is
gold.
10 gold. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I was going to give him a platinum and 170 gold.
Other than Electrum, everything is always a factor of 10.
Yep.
And then
Stupid
Electrum is
Electrum.
a half gold.
Stupid Electrum. Making everything complicated.
Yes. And at some point as well, I just want to find like a bank or something and convert my copper and silver to gold.
Me too. I want to do that too.
Sure. If you want to do that, then you can just do that. You could find an exchange in any number of places in the city. Do you want to keep your old standard? Or I mean, you don't want to carry too much, ultimately. Because they're like 10
I have
pounds each.
plenty of encumbrance. What are you talking about? He'll hand it off. He'll hand it off.
He takes it.
Because his old standard had broken and the flag lost, he will give up the hilt. He will
Whenever
give up the staff.
Whenever you give it to him, he'll effectively just use it in the reforging process to make up some of the metal in your new one.
Thank you.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo-boo. Bam. And you guys should now have those things on your... Do you keep your other short sword, Miriam?
Not for me. Lexi,
What?
here you go.
I mean, I kinda already have one, but if you want to give me one, that's really nice.
Yep.
No harm in having two.
I can use these things, but they're not what I use. You've seen me draw this sword, once in the time that we've known each other?
That's true.
Oh, you're giving her the masterwork one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Oh, I thought you were
dude.
giving her the old.
No.
Yeah, I was confused for a second too. I was like, what? Yeah.
Bam.
No, I didn't get the masterwork for me. What am I gonna do? Hit someone with it? No, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I was
call
gonna
them
say, like,
stupid until they die.
Whatever.
There you go. Masterwork short sword +1. Hey, you have it.
Thank you so much, Miriam.
And then she hugs him real tight.
Hooray!
B.
Lexi's hugging so many people today.
It's true.
Well,
you're
people
very
are being so nice. Like, gee.
All right.
I don't want to. Doesn't seem quite as good now, but I hand her a health potion.
Oh, thank you, Resto.
Side eyes Vogan like,
It's probably poison.
I know you guys are at the front lines a lot, so thought this might keep you safe. I'll give one to Vogan too.
I mean, that's really nice, but like usually I get kind of knocked down and stuff. So if I'm knocked down and I'm the one with the health potion, how am I supposed to drink it if I'm knocked down?
Well, not for when you get knocked all the way down, just if you get hurt.
Okay, that makes sense.
Thanks.
Thank you.
No problem.
I will
No
add
hug.
another use of.
Y'all are mean, Carrie.
Oh, what?
Just add another use of a potion to your sheet. I added the potion of healing to your sheet, Carrie, so that's on you now.
Thank
And then, yeah, I believe, Vogan, you already have the field, right? Do you? Yeah.
I
So
do. I
just
have one. Yeah.
Just add another one then. Bam.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, you guys
did it.
you guys are coming to around noon at this point. Let's just, for the sake of the groceries, let's just say, heckin' rations. Just so you know, rations per day are 5 silver, so every 2 days is a gold. How much do you guys want to buy?
How long of a journey was it to
Yeah.
the town?
At least the better part of a week to get there, presumably the same back.
I'm gonna get 14.
Alrighty.
I will get.
I'm gonna get more than we need, having learned from the last mission.
Marking gold off. I'll just rations to myself.
How much are rations again?
They are 5 silver each, 1 gold for 2.
Okay.
I'll mark off 15 gold, so I'll get like 30 rations.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same. Were we able to find fruit? Did I get fruit?
You
in my
find dried
rations?
fruit, sure.
Yay!
So yeah, make sure you guys keep track of that. You can either make a field on your sheet to keep track of them and knock them off, or you can keep track in your inventory. It's your choice. Just make sure that however you keep track of it, you do it accurately.
I'll buy 3 gold worth.
So you're gonna buy 6.
Yes.
You will know, based on the question, that is probably a lot less than you need for there and back. But you are going to. There's 2 towns in the way, so you could, in theory, buy more.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just poor. I have 4 silver and 300 copper to spend.
That means you have 34 silver.
That's you guys can always hunt. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm real good at hunting.
All right.
We could always make Carrie hunt more.
Deer, Carrie.
Shut up.
And that.
Your mouth.
I will get to how much? It's 5 silver for each of them.
For 1, yeah. A gold is 2 days. I find the easier way to count it.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
I want to eat like you. Ooh, ooh.
I wanna walk like you.
I'm gonna spend 14 gold.
Okay, so you're gonna get 28.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I will hand half of those off to Aristo.
I would say something along the lines of, rations should only last for like a month and then they go bad, but honestly, it's too much to keep track of, so as far as I'm concerned, they are permanent.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hand half of those off to Aristo though, so he's gonna get 14 from me.
Okay.
We'll
Oh
say
my
they're
god.
They are dried and salted and preserved, and they will last until the end of time.
Hooray!
I got a bunch
Black.
of beans. Really good.
No! Not over that!
No, it's canned corn.
That's fine.
When you give them to Aristo, he looks genuinely moved for half a second before he puts his face back on.
Oh.
Thank you very much. It's a little short.
Can't have
on
anyone
coin,
going hungry.
So it's appreciated.
Lexi's just playing with her new sword, swinging it around, yay!
It's a very beautiful sword. It's nothing like elven elegant, but the blade is thinner than you're used to and much lighter. It's clear that this is not magic. This is proficiency in smithing. And whenever this guy presents these weapons to you, he's holds them out with, like, his massive hands, but he's, like, very delicately holding anything he passes to you with, like, the utmost respect for that which he has birthed into the world.
Oh my God.
So what was his name again?
So fun.
Legham.
Legham.
Legham. As we go to leave. The next time I see you, be prepared to make the best damn thing you've ever made.
He turns the wall of muscle towards you. I don't think that any mortal could afford such a thing.
Well, at least be prepared to make something I can afford. And he does do a hearty laugh at that.
Oh.
If you ever find anything you want made into a weapon, bring it to me.
Oh no, I don't want you to make me a weapon. The next time I return, I want you to cover all of my weaknesses.
There are a lot of them.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
Like,
It was a
he
joke.
just stares at you, waiting for more information. When he doesn't get it, he's like, okay. And then goes to the forge.
Just nods at him like he understands.
He gets it.
I will overcome any challenge. Hammer smash. I will create anything made of metal. Hammer smash. I will overcome the bounds of human hands. So bring whatever challenge to me you want.
Swings around the spear tip for a second and then goes to exit the place.
Effectively, you guys do your grocery shopping, and
Let's go.
to expedite the process of getting to it,
Look at this carriage!
You guys get a carriage. You guys get a carriage and a couple of horses to pull it. You are informed that is effectively everything Edrigan is willing to throw out there a second time, given that the last things he sent you guys with, they disappeared.
And these, horses.
Yep.
You know, you could have just bought a new horse, probably, right?
What? I don't need a new horse.
But your old one's like lost
Nope,
or
I
dead or
have
something.
another. I have a horse. I don't need a new one. Anyway, let's keep going.
I think he misses Winchester.
I know
the
that.
open road.
I know that, but he can just fill that hole with like a new horse, right?
I think he might be really special to him.
Well, nothing to do about that. Hopefully, it's not dead.
That'd
Keeps
be nice.
moving forward.
Just aggressively shaking my head at Vogan, like, come on, man.
Aggressively not listening to anything Vogan says. And just allowing it to
Aggressively
wash
ignoring?
over my body as I clench onto the reins of the horses.
I'm gonna ignore him, be happy, and aggressively cry for unrelated reasons.
My knuckles go
Quintus,
pale
no.
as I'm gripping so hard onto these reins.
Oh, jeez. Let me get the map real quick.
Every night I scream myself to sleep. I'm kidding.
Here, that's why the party room has to be the party room. You just hear fucking EDM screaming.
If you guys want to come to the party, if you guys want to come party, then come to my room. It's gonna be a batch. Closes the door.
Might want to give him a minute.
Going really hard in there. Oh my god.
He's doing a lot better than I thought he would. I honestly thought he would have broke down and cried much sooner. But he's doing a lot better than I thought he would.
Oh.
Alrighty. Heckin'. So, just to give you guys an idea of the trip, it will take you about a day and a half to get to Harper if you want to get there. It's a town that's on the way. It's in a forest that is on the side of a mountain range. From there, from Harper to Ridgemont, as you would basically know from what you've been informed and shown on maps, it's about another 3 days travel. So you have an expected 5 days of travel ahead of you before you reach Richmond. If you go straight from here to Richmond, it's about the same. It's about half a day faster. But you would then not be stopping in any towns or what have you, and you'd be... You can choose to do the Harper thing either on the way or on the way back. It is totally up to you. There's no implied order of events here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say we would probably be more inclined to do it on the way back, since time is of the essence.
There was no time limit on that quest, right?
No, the only thing that you should be concerned about is the fact that part of it is the courier that delivered stuff there appears to have either fled with either the payment or with the materials he was supposed to deliver. So, in theory, if too much time goes by, he might just disappear.
Fucking...
So will the guy that we have in the other village, though.
It's true.
In theory.
There's also the fact that, again, it is on the way. That you will effectively be passing right by Harproth on your way there, regardless. So basically...
Quintus is all for continuing forward, but if the others want to stop, he will stop.
What would the group like to do? It's also less distance for Fenris to catch up.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. You kind of left.
We knew what this was.
Oh, yeah.
Vogan isn't super inclined to do the quest there, but you know.
Lexi cares more about the Kyverium thing.
Kyverium would be more of a priority.
Mm-hmm.
If we're stopping there, I don't care. Honestly. It's money. I like money. But we don't have to spend several days looking for a person if we're not going to. That's just our main thing. I'm here for Quintus. That's it.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh.
Alrighty. In that case...
What do you mean?
Time for travel! Here we go.
Oh, and just to make sure, I'm having Billy scout for us.
Gotcha.
There you go.
So his passive perception is also in play, and he's also up in the air, so I'll just let him roll perception. Just roll me a perception check for him. It's +3. We'll just use that for the general travel.
And he gets advantage on perception checks, right?
I am letting him do an ongoing check at all because he gets advantage on it. Otherwise, I would reuse his passive.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Well, hot damn. Billy!
Okay. So, as you guys are traveling, you get on the carriage, you get the couple of horses, and you begin to take off. The usual questions. Are you traveling at normal speed? Are you traveling in any particular way, doing any particular thing as you go?
I'd say we'd be on a bit of a brisk speed with this one. Now that we know where to go and we know that time is of the essence, I'd say that, if possible, Quintus would advise going a little quicker than normal.
Okie dokie. Does the group agree with
Makes
that?
sense.
Like a fast walk comparative to what
We're power
what we've
walking.
been doing. Yeah.
To give you a boop.
Power walk, horsey.
Go, horse!
Come on,
Power
map.
walk!
Share
Oh, no.
map.
Ah, damn it! I had it up and now it's fucking busted.
Yeah, same.
Power trot.
It's because my thing's freezing. It should come back relatively soon. Bam.
Ah, okay.
Huh.
Well, I hope that is the case.
Weird. One sec. Heckin. Selection mode. Sharing. Sync client view. Ah, the version of it that throws up on my version. Is it all gray for you guys?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, did a map pop up?
Yes.
Well,
It's trying.
Oh, the map I had open disappeared.
Well.
same.
We did it!
Yeah. If it turned all gray, you guys will just have to heckin' take my word for things, I suppose.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Never.
Stupid map. Stupid sexy map.
Map.
Alrighty. as you guys travel, again, it takes you about 2 days. It takes about 2 days to get to there. So I would like everyone to mark off 1 use of rations, please.
Never.
Never.
All right.
Never.
Oh, I forgot to give myself rations. I need to do that.
Yeah, I forgot to do that too. I checked off like my last.
Even though I
one,
gave
just
you
then,
guys
like,
all
shit.
a long, either put it in your inventory or mark it on your sheet, but make sure you keep track of it. No, said the players. That's silly.
I did.
Why would we
I
need
was
to
too
do
busy
that?
implying.
I
was too
did.
busy implying plate mail. All right.
I was a good boy.
Thank you.
God.
At least there's one good boy. Gives
I
it.
also did it. Fuck off.
Oh my god!
At least there's 2 good boys.
Damn straight.
Good. I'd rather be.
I did it now. I'm at least a half good boy.
I've also done it now. I'd rather be a bad boy.
Okay, stop.
The 2 broke boys did it.
They had to,
boys.
man.
Well, just because you're rich now doesn't means that you can't just mark your rations, huh?
You say covered in brand new fucking armor with a brand new shield.
Also, we lent you money, fuckface. Damn.
And I'm eternally grateful.
And I'm glad you did, fuck faces.
Well, they're lovely, and I like them then.
Yay!
As you guys travel during the first day, okay, stop rolling. I have it set. I don't have this table set that it repeats itself, but it just wants to be 7 forever.
Hooray. What a good number.
As you guys are traveling, the first day, you don't encounter very much. You travel, you guys take your usual watches at night. Nothing of particular note happens. Billy, Venadath, flies in the sky at pretty much all times, not needing sleep on account of being what he is. Doesn't report anything. He did roll a 20. At one point, what looked like a very tiny sort of, what you could mistake to be a dragon. It started like hooting at you. It started hooting at you rather aggressively, flew down to you.
Was it a sapphire?
And tried to alert you. You see in the
Swear to
sky,
God.
guys.
Sorry.
Cool. You see up in the sky, there's a, it like draws your attention upwards at night, and just briefly crossing over the moon, you see what looks like the silhouette of a small dragon, hundreds of feet in the air up above you.
Oh.
Venadath very aggressively points its wing towards it when it happens, as if it was a hand, but only seems to point it out to you. It can't really communicate any other information to you.
Can't it, like, talk in my mind?
You can talk to it can't talk to you.
He's an owl.
Well, he's not literally an owl. He's made of magic.
Yeah, but hoot though.
Does it look like it's coming toward us or anything?
Nope. It appears to just be in the sky, stalking around, and in the night sky, you effectively lose it when it's not illuminated by the moon.
Okay. Is everyone else, like, awake at the time?
We'll say this is during your watch, which, as we had established, the people that would be awake at this time would be just you. You are... I believe that you normally share your watch with Fenris. Fenris is not here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Aristo just looks to the sky. Man, nature is scary.
Too bad no one's here to really tell about this. Oh, well.
Roll me
Probably not doing.
roll me a perception check, Aristo.
I was gonna say, like, could Lexi have taken her watch with Aristo or no?
If you
Because Fenris
do,
isn't here.
if you do so, then there will be nobody on third watch.
Shit. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you lose sight of it. You hear the flapping of wings occasionally, and you hear what sounds like a very throaty roar that doesn't sound massive. Like, you would know the sound of a dragon. Like, you've never seen one, but you're very like, I would know what a fully grown dragon sounds like. People say they're unmistakable. When you hear this, it's a lot more warbly and not as resonant as you would expect. But you do hear the occasional flapping of wings high up in the sky. but you cannot find it with your eyes.
Gotcha. So I'm pretty sure it's young.
It must at least be.
Gotcha. Okay. Do I know anything about dragons? Like if a baby would be always near its mother or something to that effect?
Roll nature.
Okay.
You know,
come on, man.
your general knowledge of dragons would be most dragons that are evil, which would be the ones that would mostly be out bothering people, generally don't care about their young after they're born. They raise their children to a point where they hatch, they can properly act on their own, but they actually don't have really any major familial bonds. There's a difference in a lot of them would swear revenge against something that hurt part of their family as a matter of principle and pride. But as far as raising a family unit, most dragons are left, they either follow their parents or their parents abandon them.
Gotcha. All right. Well, to be on the safe side, I'll send Billy back up, and I'll just kind of keep an eye and an ear out for anything that sounds like that dragon or a bigger dragon coming back.
Could you roll me another perception check for Billy?
Okay. Is this one with advantage? Because it's just a regular...
Yes, roll this one with advantage.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Oh, a lot of bad rolls in a row here.
Well, yeah, it's Vestige.
Right?
God damn.
It's terrible.
Oh, it just sees it. As it gets up into the air, it manages to catch a glimpse of it just in time, that because he has dark vision, so he can see a bit better than you once he's all the way up there. He does see coming very quickly at him. 1 second, I'm going to change a thing. He does see what looks at first to be a white dragon, but as you see... Are you looking through his eyes, by the way, or are you just having him fly around?
Yeah. For this particular portion, I want to get a better look.
You initially recognize this thing. You're like, that must be a white dragon. But as it gets closer, it's clearly not. You very quickly see, and it is hunting Billy at this point. You see it like diving towards it through the air. You see this boy.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh dear.
You know had one of these.
I'm just gonna
And
Not a dragon, it's a drake.
dematerialize Billy.
so
One of my-
initiative's going to happen before you do that. Because it is
Bye,
immediately
Aristo.
attacking. And roll all initiatives. Heckin', everyone else is asleep at this point, so... Real quick, before we get too deep into this,
I won't fucking fight you, dragon. Wait till I wake up.
I'd like to...
Then I'll die.
Then I'll die.
like
Been
to
a
just
good run.
throw the
You ready?
party onto the combat tracker
I enjoyed
here.
these characters, my boys.
They've been fun.
They've
Too
been-
bad
it's
they're
been a
about
good
to
time.
get eaten.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say
Just
that
all at once.
we'll say that your boy is about 140 feet in the air around this point. I can get out of here. Delete.
Do it, delete.
Boof. That was the wrong thing. Boof. It is hurtling towards him. Boof, boof, boof. Aristo, your turn.
Get it?
Dematerialize him?
All right, that's your action. If you want to do that, you can dematerialize him. As you do, he vanishes, so I'll just throw him at the bottom of turn order. I won't take him off the combat tracker, but he's not there. He dematerializes just as the skull drake hurtles towards him, opens its jaws, and as it brings them down around it, he just disappears in a flash of frost. The skull drake comes to a halt in the air, puts its wings out, confused by what happens, flaps them aggressively, trying to stop its forward momentum, shakes its head, lets out a cry. I'd like everyone to sleep. Anyone with a passive perception of 12 or higher in the group.
Damn you!
Hello.
That's me.
You guys would...
Got to 11.
You guys would...
I have
You You guys stir awake from this particular cry as you see the silhouetted against the light of the moon. Actually, let's check the. Yeah, the moon is almost full at this point as well. It's waxing right now. So you see against it this creature. Then, clearly knowing it's been found, looks down towards the group, and it looks like it's gonna dive for y'all. So
Okay.
Wake us up.
Oh, wait. I used
Yes?
my action, but I'm still gonna like run toward the rest of the group and get ready to wake up anyone who isn't already waking up.
Gotcha. You all got the map I shared, right?
Aristo, wake me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you're probably closest to me, so yeah, I'll run to you.
Scream at my ears.
It's like, dragon!
We will, heckin'...
Already on
I say everybody can wake up from that, but heckin', you guys will all still be, everyone that was down will still be surprised as of this round. It is, except for those that I mentioned have been woken up by the cry, it is going to fly down, heckin', it flies down to about 60 feet and then begins circling the group in the sky. And we're gonna go boop. Miriam. So you are one of the ones your passive is higher than 12, yeah?
Yeah, my passive is 12.
Yeah, okay. You are up. You are prone because you were sleeping, but you are up.
I'm going to stand. And I'm going to... What's my bonus? I'll out 5, 10, 15. I'm going to back up into the darkness.
Oh.
Alrighty. So are you going to be... Is this attempting to hide?
I'm assuming this thing can probably see me, but I'm just separating myself slightly from the group.
Gotcha. Alrighty. And that's your turn?
I will ready a spell. If it comes within range and attacks anyone, I will cast Touch of City's Laughter on it.
Oh, jeez. Alrighty. Heckin' Lexi, your passive is high enough that you can also take your action.
Okay.
You got really high
I
passive.
would have like gotten out of the tent and it would have been like, do we attack it? What do we do?
Run!
Is it angry? Okay. I run, I guess.
Where do you run to?
Into the dark. Is it wait?
Are you going, are you attempting to hide or do anything else while you're in there? Noting, by the way, that you guys will all have been, apart from Aristo, you were down, so just account for on your first turn for the fact that you need to stand up from prone.
Fair.
Yeah, although you're a rogue, so you can just bonus action if you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I could just fucking dash if I want, but you know what? I'm gonna hide instead. I'm gonna hide like here. Yeah.
Let
I'm
me
gonna do it.
check. Let's see. You are outside of its dark vision, so go ahead. Try to hide.
Hell yeah, I'm hiding. How do I do that again?
Roll stealth.
Stealth? Cool. Just double checking.
It's your stealth against its perception. Oh. You win!
Thank God! That was risky.
Now
That
you
went super
dive.
great.
You hide from it. You are now out of its sight. It is paying more attention to the main cluster of people than it is to anyone else.
Okay.
Alrighty. Vogan, I did say you, those with less of a passive, you are surprised on this round, so you get your reaction back. Aristo, it comes back around to your turn.
All right. Is Quintus awake?
Awake, yes, still surprised.
Gotcha.
Would my turn have been after Aristo's turn last turn, though?
Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, you're not surprised.
Yay.
Gotcha. Yeah, we need to go. Like, now. I'll
You
try
think
it.
we can outrun something like that?
No, but we might be able to hide. It's pretty dark.
Looks to the horses.
Oh no.
It
Good
might be
thinking.
the
Use them as
horses.
bait.
Oh.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Aristo.
I mean, we can tell the horses to run, but I'm not sure what else we can really do for them. I am not confident we can kill something of that caliber.
You don't know.
pulls out standard.
The horses are way bigger than that thing.
Reaches into backpack, pulls out standard. I unsheath my spear.
I mean, I'm just assuming that I was laying in the carriage at this point, so I'm just pulling it out from the back of it.
Are you going to fight it no matter what I say?
Yeah.
This has been, and that is about the extent of what 6 seconds can accomplish. Are you going to do anything with your action?
I was gonna. If the second he says that, I'm just gonna shoot at it.
Gotcha. As soon as there's a generally implied moment of thought for battle, I'm very much like, yeah, that's. I like letting you guys talk, but that is perhaps the edge of a reasonable turn. Go ahead and attack if you want to.
All right, doing it.
That's a hit.
That's some pretty good pepper.
That's some pepper.
All right, you blast it. You fire a shot up at it, and it strikes it. What is the range on Eldritch Blast? Like 120 feet, right? Something like that?
Yeah.
Bleh. Alrighty. You fire up at it. You hit it. It lets out another screech as you do, and it seems that as of that attack, it looks like it's tilting more towards diving towards the group.
Okay. If that's the case, I'll start running off in a direction that isn't in the group.
Gotcha.
Direction. Okay.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Make sure you land on a full space. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. And Quintus.
You said it looks like it's about to start diving the group. Does it look like it's watching Aristo, or does it look like it's
You can't tell that from 60 feet away.
Gotcha. I don't want Aristo to get one shot. But the horses and Miriam are here, so this is where I need to be.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I will take a step here. I will basically be ready, shield out, fucking ready to fucking fight this thing when it comes down.
Alrighty.
I'll hold an action to. No, I can't. I don't want to hold an action because then I can't shield that boy. Yeah, I think I'll just prepare and take the dodge action.
It's worth noting, if you prepare an action, that does not immediately use your reaction. It's to use the held action takes your reaction. So you still
so
have
I can
the
choose not to.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will. If he gets within range of me, of my spear, then I will attack him.
Gotcha. All right. Then he is going to heckin'. It comes to its turn. It is going to dive. It is going to dive for the person that seems the most unprepared for it. It's coming at Vogan. It soars down towards you.
AC, bitch!
It lands on the ground in front of you. So as it's about to go to attack, Miriam, your Tasha's hideous laughter is going to go off.
It's probably gonna make this. So let's...
It really fails.
Oh my god.
It falls prone and is incapacitated. If it takes falling damage, it will make the save again with advantage.
Yeah, it's can only initiate the attack once it's on the ground next to him, so it comes close enough that it's not going to take falling damage. It effectively lands, reels back to bite at him, and then you cast the spell, and it starts letting out this guttural and falls to the side. Lets out whatever laugh a Drake can make.
All right, everyone, beat up the new kid.
Oh my god.
Go Tigers!
Go Tigers!
I'm gonna throw incapacitated and prone on it. Boof, boof. And I'm gonna take this off of it. Yep, and its intelligence isn't so low that it's not affected, so good. Yeah, it hits there, and it just starts chuckling to itself, which sounds more like a series of guttural yips than a proper laugh.
Laughs in dragon.
It laughs in dragon. It laughs in thing that can't speak. And then Vanodath isn't there, and Miriam, we are back to you.
So you guys want to go?
I'm
We
not
got, like,
really
a
sure what the
minute.
plan is at this point.
Okay.
If not us, then someone else. Let's take the beast down.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I get you, Mariam.
You make no sense, Resto.
Oh, never mind. It does laugh properly. It can totally speak.
Okay!
It's just it's laughing. I just looked at his language. It's like common, and it's not even can understand common. It speaks common. Look at you go, Skulldrake. It's not gonna bother talking to you guys. He's hungry.
I will prepare a vicious mockery, and if the effect, if hideous laughter effects on it or ends on it, then I'll use vicious mockery.
Gotcha. I will
Actually, I can't ready it because I'm concentrating on hideous laughter.
I will also. I do have to make it roll one more time because you did use it on its turn. It affected it, and then at the end of that turn, it should have rolled again.
Yeah, that's true.
So, what's your DC?
Actually that'll 12, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
It does not succeed. It's still going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I cannot ready. I cannot ready.
An action.
Vicious
spell.
mockery as. Yeah, because it'll take concentration. So I'll just hang out. I'm doing nothing.
Okay.
I will move to where I have.
And ba-boom. Then Lexi.
Well, since the plan has apparently changed,
Beat up the new kid!
I'm gonna listen to Vogan and beat up the new kid. So I'm gonna jump out in my arm.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to shoot.
It is
Okay.
prone. You will have disadvantage.
I'll have
If
to
you do a ranged attack, yeah. You could jump over to it, and if you do a normal attack on it, you have advantage.
I do, and I have a new sword too. So
Got a new fancy sword.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
freaking
Go ahead.
advantage, and
Go ahead.
I get my snack attack. If
Go
I
ahead and make your
hit him.
attack. Note
Oh,
that you would,
jeez.
assuming that your character would know somewhat about Tasha's hideous laughter, you do know that every time you hit it, it does risk ending the effect on it. But I mean, what's the alternative? Not hit it. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I got fucking hit it, so yeah. So do I get advantage on this or no?
yes,
fighting.
and it should auto happen. Nothing wrong with hitting advantage on your side though.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my new fancy sword that I got from my boy and try to ban them.
Oh,
If only you crit on 19s.
I know.
That
I
me.
know.
That
How dare you?
Yep. So go
I'll
ahead.
teach you how to be a red lion knight.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Go ahead and roll your add your sneak attack. Roll your damage.
Let's
You're
get
sick.
him.
I mean, we joke, but it might actually be really good for you to. Anyway, so.
Yo, right? Anyway.
I mean, Jean was a really powerful
Yay.
character.
You do 19 damage.
Bleed.
You rush up to it, you stab into its neck. As it laughs, a bit of blood comes out with it. And you just hear it be like... and then goes immediately back to laughing, unless...
It makes the save with advantage since it's
Yep.
damage.
Yep.
It's
And
probably
sorry.
to get this one here.
You're
Statistically.
hurting my face.
yes, it ends the effect.
Yeah.
He's still prone though.
Yep.
Fucking
it is,
kill the new
it is
kid!
Still, it is still prone, and... Yeah, it is not incapacitated, it is still prone.
Yeah, I can now take reactions.
And you... Alright, and that's your turn, Lexi?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here.
All right, Vogan.
I stand up.
You just on eye level with it while she's stabbing it.
Yeah. Yeah, good job.
Thanks, Vogan.
And then I will start to hurt it.
Alright, you
You're
start
right,
to
Vogan.
hit it.
Sword. Hiya! Come on!
Oh.
Wait. Wait.
Okay, waiting.
Saving face.
Saving. In that case, you hit it on account of. Yeah, you were pretty close. You hit it with saving face.
Yeah. Scorpion mark.
Alrighty.
Twould be a shame to
And then-
waste it. Yeah. All right. right, I'm a beat it up and take that.
Oh,
shit,
stab
nice.
into it for 15. That's a max. Well, yeah, no, that's not max damage.
Almost max.
But
Yeah, almost.
nice.
Cool.
It's
Action surge!
Get 'em!
And roll high. Yeah!
Hell yeah!
Nova fighters are nightmares, man.
This thing is
Oh.
getting beat up so fast. Oh, it's not doing
I'm so glad he come on!
It's not doing good.
Damn it. Oh, Foley. Oh,
And
jeez.
you guys didn't want to fight the dragon.
All right, God,
It is a dragon. to be
I
fair.
just didn't
It is
want
a
you all
dragon.
to die. I made a call. I'm sorry it was wrong.
No one knew its stat block going in. There's nothing wrong.
Can I roll a nature check to see, like, to know what this thing is? Like, it's not a dragon. It's a
Go
drake,
for it.
but-
Roll a nature check.
Yeah. Yeah, 11.
You and Sevens, come on!
It looks to be a drake, some species of drake, the lesser cousins of dragons.
Where's Josh?
Yeah, but you can't tell any information besides that.
Okay, cool. I just wanted Logan to know.
Gotcha. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Quintus.
Oh, it was supposed to be Aristo.
Yeah, Aristo's
Aristo, I mean.
Yeah.
Because
Let's see here. Da-da-da-da-da.
Show some of that pepper.
Yeah. I'll try and take a shot at it.
It is prone.
Yeah, but I don't have a lot of other good things to do right now.
That's fair.
It's also beyond
Do you have
your
anything that
movement.
can make it better for the rest of us for hitting it, or no?
what could make it better than prone? I mean, it's
yeah,
gonna get
fair.
up, to be fair,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
or will it? I'm not convinced it will get a
Who's the
chance.
I could hex it, and you could have an easier time pushing it down
Call.
if it tries to get back
I
up.
just fucking tackle it and just, I'm gonna keep it down!
All right, sure. I'll hex it.
Alrighty, go ahead and apply said effects.
Probably not doing that.
Go ahead and apply said effects.
Dude, I make the same joke. Like when he said I'm gonna hex it, I was like, hex you. Damn it.
That is,
Yeah, you just-
there it is. Bam.
Just looking at you guys kick the crap out of it. Like I may have undersold you guys.
Yeah, you underestimated me.
You assumed it was a
yes,
dragon.
my minion.
Oh, you dropped a 20!
Fantasy grounds, it's not okay. 20 when it's a fucking disadvantage.
Oh.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Sometimes you just wish you don't know.
Yeah, man.
All right,
I
you
didn't
done?
need to know that.
Which would just show you the lesser one.
Yeah. Oh.
Bammy. But then again, we'd never know about the wonderful like double 20s or double ones,
Yeah, that's
which
true.
are wonderful to
That's
see.
true.
Or the double nat 19s.
Yeah.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Alrighty.
Right now, I hate it.
Assuming Quintus.
Ah!
He goes, so based on that, you hex it, you turn, and you go to fire your blast at it. You see Quintus sort of get in the way, and you try to shoot around him, and that causes the miss.
Sorry, I can't see in the dark like all of you. I'm gonna hit the thing now.
No problem. Just
Also, kind of naked. I know that I have. You know, it's fine.
It's true. You guys would technically not be in your armor.
Be in my PJs.
I was gonna bring
Gonna
that up if I had to
double
go
hand
for a
my
proper
standard.
attack.
Gonna double hand my standard and go in for an attack.
Does Logan stay
Ah,
with us?
I didn't have advantage.
You also didn't target it.
Oh, I thought I did.
You did not.
You didn't.
I'm holding control and doing it. It's not letting me. Hold on, let me do it on the combat tracker.
There you go.
It works on the combat tracker. Okay,
just
good.
so target it. Just roll another attack, because just to
Okay.
account for the advantage die.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
That one hits.
I mean,
Boof.
maybe I should take the 7.
Target it. So target it. Hit critical just in case it didn't auto parse, and go ahead and roll your thing. This thing's dead, man. I don't know how this can survive. Like. Oh, jeez. Oh, how do you want to do this?
I rush forward in my glorious nakedness.
Beautiful.
I spin my new masterwork standard above my head. I jump up just as it's starting to lash upwards and get back to its feet, and I stab downward into its skull and then ride it down into the ground. It doesn't have the strength to fight against me because of the hex.
Oh. Well, that Skull Drake had a bad day. That was...
Sure did.
Fucking got
That's
him.
what he gets for hunting us.
Oh,
Post-mortem, but it looks like this dragon couldn't defeat this knight.
Oh,
It's, a,
a
it's
small
actually
part,
a drake, not a dragon.
a small part, as you say that, a small part of its wing just sort of
Crumbles.
rots. Vicious mockery. Oh, dude. Oh my god. That is so... Okay, just... So, if it had gotten its
would
breath
probably
weapon
be
off,
cooler.
you guys would have had so much more of a problem.
Yeah.
That
But Nova round
that,
fucking
that
fighters.
clutch Tosh's hideous laughter. That smells so unfair.
It's
Right.
such a good spell.
It's a real good spell.
It's designed for fights like this, where you're up against an enemy. Like, when you're up against a crowd, it can be, but not really. When you're up against just a thing, you're like, yeah, no.
All right. It
You
goes
go away.
It goes down.
We need more art of me and my boxers now.
No
Stab it.
casualties. No casualties. No damage. You're good.
Oh,
Damn.
real quick, I'm gonna use the restroom, and then
Sure.
Do it.
Now, how do we eat a dragon?
I will
I
also
wouldn't.
I will also be right back. 1 second.
Well, if everyone's gonna go to the bathroom, I'm also gonna go to the bathroom.
Well, may as
Jeez.
well do the same.
I'm not going anywhere.
Same. Kitty,
Very
look what
nice.
I did!
You murdered it. Good job. Now look.
Whenever we tell the tale later, can you embellish a little bit? Like, say it's a lot bigger than it is?
It's already very big.
But, like, I mean, it's like horse big, not like dragon big.
You just cut it up and take some of it with us.
Oh, good thinking.
You can just show people.
All right,
gonna
I'm back
take
with the
it-
drink.
Gonna take its
back.
skull. That's probably the best thing to do.
So I didn't bring it up earlier, but since we're in a bit of a break, I think a familiar still do sleep as they take on the statistics of the animals that they take on. Like it did. I don't really care either way. I just noticed it was like, pretty sure they do. I think while they're fairies, they're whatever. But in the same way that they take on dark vision if they're an owl or anything else, I think they actually are the animal they inhabit while they are it.
That's fair. I will put some thought into that because it's not something we'll have to revisit this game.
It's such an occasional come up.
Oh, I forgot to do something, Logan, while we were in town. I
Well?
said I was wanting to get some more clothes. Could I throw some gold at you and say that I got clothes? Okay.
Throw like 2 gold away, and we can say you picked up some more clothes.
Thanks, man.
Goodness.
Pants now. I'm so proud of the big guy.
I want Quintus to have
Whoa!
at least 1 pair of boxers
So
per day.
I just noticed that Null Black jumped in and donated $1,330.
What?
Come on.
I hadn't seen the alert.
When did that happen?
Black, how you doing? From out of town? You and me? What's up?
Oh, jeez. The Discord
What are you
icons of the
doing,
players entered the secret chat haven't appeared. I know they haven't. I'm not terribly concerned when that happens.
okay, I'm back.
Hey, Spencer, guess what happened while we were doing that? About an hour ago.
What happened?
Null Black donated $1,330.
Oh my god!
What a good stream this has been.
Holy shit!
Yeah. I have the donation sounds turned off just in case of sub bombs, so I don't hear them while we're actually going. Jeepers, guys! Oh my god!
Thank
you
you
still-
very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Who donated that?
Null Black, thank you very much.
Null Black.
The
Thank
person
you,
that
Null
we
Black.
have to name our firstborns after, you know. I'm kidding.
All right, so
Apparently.
the horses. Add to tracker. Add
Oh.
to tracker. The horses have just received the names Null and Black.
Dude,
And they're
soon as-
evil!
As soon as Aristo said that we'd have to like like leave the like
Except
as soon as, like,
spelled
we have to let the
weird.
horses go, he's just like, I can't do that, Aristo.
Oh God, we're
I have a
fighting it,
complex
aren't we?
right now.
There's nothing I can do to stop you. We just have to fight
PTHD,
it.
man. Post-traumatic horse disorder.
Oh no.
I have a complex right now. I cannot allow a horse to have any sort of harm thrust upon it. Otherwise, I have to face the reality that my horse might have harm thrust upon it.
Sounds like Dueler wakes up in a cold sweat. I'm confused about what's happening.
Nice.
How much of a chunk did that do the Dueler? Is Dueler gone?
I don't know. Dueler, is Dueler there? One sec while I prompt the stream boss.
We need to see that stream boss.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
alive, Dueler?
Doodler.
Is Dueler... Where's the bit boss? He'd be under goals. Bit boss. Boop, boop. 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 Bit boss. Dueler is still alive!
Oh my god!
It's because of overkill, because when you kill the bit
Yeah.
boss, the amount of hit points that you get in the bit boss are not equal to what you donated and go over. It's like a
much you kill
multiplication
them
of it.
by.
So,
Yeah.
the fact that when he beat it, I believe that he beat the first one by a factor of like $400, so that multiplied by whatever would take a lot to beat him.
He is severely wounded, however.
He was. Another shot like fucking half that, and he'd be dead. Dueler has never been dethroned. Ever since he started giving like stuff, the only times that he's not the bit boss is at the start of the month when I reset the bit boss. He has never been defeated otherwise.
That is terrifying.
It's true.
I think it's also when he defeats it at the beginning of the month, it gives that multiplication early
Yeah.
on.
At the first donation and gets a huge bonus.
Dueler freaking surprised me too, because like last Monday he showed up for Pokemon. He's just like, hey, here's $100, bye.
Aww.
I'm like, oh fuck,
so
bye,
nice.
Dueler.
Everyone's so nice. So coming back into game, assuming that we're all back now.
Let's go.
The horses' names are now Newell and Block.
Yeah.
So, you guys have that encounter. Do you... Again, I'm part of me is like, that probably wasn't too terribly scary for you guys. But then I'm like, but that like counterbalances the times when the enemies are Gnorks Nickus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He gets off the Drake. He puts his a standard to the side. Blood goes off of it onto the ground. He puts it up onto his shoulder. Looks around. I'm gonna go continue to nap.
That's a good call.
Can I try and...
Is everyone all right?
Resto, how come you told me to hide? How come you told me to run away and hide, and then everybody started fighting?
Because
He
I
thought it was a
wanted
dragon.
you to hide.
Because he thought it was a dragon, not a drake.
Oh, actually, is that our time to watch now, or?
Okay.
It was very dark out. It was coming right for us. I wasn't certain that we were in a good position to fight it, and I didn't want any of you to die. I made a snap decision to tell everyone to hide. But Quintus was not about that life, apparently.
I mean,
no more horses can die.
We
Not
got
on
rid
my
of it pretty
watch.
easy, so...
I appreciate your
Yes, I'm
alarm,
right.
Aristo. And I hope that this has shown we're all in this together, and nothing out there is something that we cannot overcome. Standing in my
That's
boxes.
true.
Except
Little
Merquire that
hearts
one
on
time.
can I try and harvest some parts from this drake? Like its scales or some fangs?
Sure you can. Roll me, let's say roll me a dexterity check, just to try to preserve things without damaging them too much.
Sure.
You do, when you're doing it, you do get the sense of this thing's scales are not on the same, like they're not the same level of quality as a dragon's.
Yeah.
But they are tough.
Yeah. They are still drake scales.
Yeah, you could possibly skin this to a degree and also take its fangs. So go ahead and roll me that check.
And we have a carriage to put them in.
True.
I'm going to put a point of inspiration into this.
Gotcha.
Lucky son of a bitch with your inspiration.
That was my last one.
18.
Oh, 18.
You managed to successfully harvest its teeth without damaging more than like a couple of them. They're fairly large. This drake is not massive. Like it's not horse-sized. It's it stands about equal with a regular humanoid. So the teeth are, they're not massive. Like you can hold all of them in 2 hands. As for the hide, you manage to cut large chunks of the hide off. I'm going to actually check its natural armor just to give you a proper approximation of Skulldrake. Ripping chunks of it off, it seems like its hide is tougher than what you'd use to make regular leather armor, for example. Not terribly tougher, and it would probably require somebody that's a specialist to work it into anything, but it...
Like the one we met.
Damn it!
yeah, totally. Like Legham. You could have it made into something. It would require someone that knows what they're doing. It wouldn't produce anything exceptional, but in the right hands, it could be something.
It'd also look cool.
It would also be fashion souls out the butt.
Yeah. I don't play this
All
game.
right, let's get your monster hunter out of the way. Let's go hunt down 12 more of these. Fuck yeah!
Oh, God.
All right, Billy, you know the drill. Fly up there, find us some Skulldrake's.
Oh.
I'll put the fangs in the bag of holding and then try and preserve the hide as best I can.
Okay, I would recommend, and Vogan would probably know, to like wrap them in a cloth before putting them in there, because they are pointy and they could damage the bag of holding from inside.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume this is probably going to bleed into mine and Vogan's watch anyway, so I'll help him with his stuff.
This is actually, the next watch is Lexi's.
Oh, I thought it was still going after that.
No,
I'm going to go nap.
The watch order is, I believe, if I'm recalling correctly, the watch order is Fenris helps with the first 2 watches, which are Miriam and then Aristo. And then I think does she also help with the 3rd one? Then Lexi's the 3rd one because she has a naturally really high passive perception. And then the final watch is Quintus and Vogan.
Because we can give each other at least advantage.
Yeah.
He's very good, but very lonely.
If I help her with that, will I get exhaustion, or have I slept at all tonight?
You will not gain a full long rest if you take another part of the watch.
Gotcha. Can I instruct Billy to, watch her back?
Yeah, he can still fly around and do his business.
Okay.
And he
Do
can
that for
come
me,
down
Billy.
and squawk
Knowing
angrily.
your luck, another fucking Drake's gonna find him. And I'm like,
Fucking-
no!
You see another one in the air, and you're just like, oh, fuck, another skull drake. Okay, let's go get up. An adult white dragon lands. Breath immediately.
God damn it!
I'm just trying to actually help her.
But, so you guys take the rest of your long rest. Vogan takes a little bit of time. Well, let's assume, Vogan, that you wait till your watch to do that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then I can help you.
Yeah.
Would the Skulldrake hide fit in the bag of holding?
I'd say so.
Okay, cool. I'll just...
No, there's enough space in there, certainly, and its weight wouldn't be exceptionally large.
Let's just throw the whole Drake in there.
Just trying to stuff the Drake in it.
I'm gonna make sure to get it to a tanner or something quick, otherwise that's gonna become goo.
It will rot.
Hopefully there's something like that at Ridgemont.
Well, the night passes, and the next day,
Rise with the sun!
you guys come within sight. You continue your travel, and you see signs leading off into the forest nearby that indicate that you are within range of Harproth.
Marking off another set of rations.
I mean, at this point, Vogan, you might have a reason to want to go there instead.
Maybe, actually.
You guys
get something to preserve this.
You guys are traveling along the edge of a forest at this point. There's a rather large mountain range, like a couple of mountains that you are going beside, and yeah, you see the path splits off, and there's it's evidently cleared going off into the forest. You can't see it from where you are, but yeah, you see signs just indicating that there's the small town there, and you see effectively a list welcoming people, offering just a list of services, being there's a blacksmith, there's a tavern / inn there. You see that there is in fact someone that deals with tanning for wild animals. You see it's very shoddily made. Anyone that knows anything about this place, this is effectively like a less than 100 people town.
Okay. It's like a hunting village.
Yeah, it's very much, it's a group of people that happen to live close to each other.
Fair.
Do you guys, I will say, we have 2 minutes left. This is where I'm wrapping up. Do you guys want to go to Harproth and have Bread catch up if she's here next game, or do you want to continue onward?
Let's at this point, since Vogan would have like a vested reason to stay, and like we'd have all this nice dragon meat to sell to
Delicious dragon meat.
if they want it.
Yeah. Some fucking mage might be interested in these like fucking components or whatever. So they
Yeah,
could
let's go ahead and stop.
Okay, you guys make the decision at that point to turn into there and either deal with your business at Harproth, noting that you don't have to stay here longer than you want to. If you can do a quick check and then head off and do your mission on the way back, but you guys head in and collectively make the decision to wait for Fenris, hopefully to catch up. Hopefully she will.
She better.
If Bread's not here next game, then not much I can do about it.
Perhaps there's some sort of artisan chef here that can cook this drake meat.
It's the same guy.
my God.
It's fucking Armham. And you just find him and it's a huge guy and it's exactly the same, but he's wearing a chef's apron and one of the chef's hats.
We can't have him be the Briar when we already have Briar.
You guys enter into the forest and head towards this little town. And as you move forward, you eventually hear the sound of a river, and you see that there is a river running through what looks like two little collections of houses. There's enough trees here that it's actually hard to see buildings that are more than like 50 or 60 feet away, because it's relatively dense. But it's a nice, handsome little community. As you move forward, you see a couple people. They look like they're carrying logs and large bits of timber and lumber, seemingly just across a bridge that crosses this rather large river in the center. And that's where we're going to end, and we'll pick up there next time.
Yay!
Hooray!
What a good game.
We've did it!
We destroyed it!
We lived.
Oh.
We conquered.
I
Murdered.
killed another thing in my boxers.
I'm going to go ahead and push us 2 days forward.
Perfect.
Just so everybody knows, it is currently July 2nd.
Oh.
Actually,
Hell
no,
yeah.
it'd be July 3rd at this point.
Oh.
We're almost close to my actual birthday.
Same.
Everybody ready for July 4th, un-Empire Day?
Oh.
Oh damn.
Come on, guys! Don't you celebrate Empire Day here? It's great!
Oh,
We missed other Empire Day the other day.
No one cares about that Empire Day.
I guess that'd be what? Mott Day.
come on.
Yeah, no one cares about Mott Day.
Alrighty. Heckin'. Oof. We're gonna head off. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, the people that donated today really
Heckin'.
went ham. Thank you so much.
Ridiculous today.
insane. Yeah.
No Black's
So
correct.
Quintus is stronger when he's nude, says Arcane
Also,
Illumination.
No Black is
Oh.
correct. No Black is correct. I said it was going to be un-Empire Day. Because it's like Independence Day, but it's the day the Empire fell apart and separated, so it's un-Empire Day.
On Empire.
Oh, that's UN. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I did. Then you guys said Empire Day, and I was like, it's a
stronger
joke. I
in this
just won't say
country, does it?
anything. Also, it's not a thing. But yeah, heckin'.
Spyrat says his armor isn't to protect him; it's to protect his enemies.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're gonna head off. The Way of Blue Metal and Idolic Cosmologus things, those will be in the Nat19 chat sometime this week. I'll get those out.
Heck yeah.
I would normally opt to go a little bit farther, but I actually have somebody coming in to record in less than an hour, so I have to, unfortunately. Yeah. Plus, it gives Brad time to catch up. So yeah, we'll see you guys, on Monday or Tuesday if you want to come by for the streams I'm doing. Maybe not Monday, depending on how things go, but I think I'll be streaming, but I have a lot of people coming in to record. And then on Thursday for Tomb, and then on next Saturday for more of this.
Yay!
Goodbye, friendos.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Nobody love you